2, 1. You're listening to Just Okay Gamers, where this week, it's a new year, and we're all joined hand in hand, celebrating the past of what was 2016 in gaming, and the future of 2017. Now, boys, I want to know what your New Year's resolutions are. Are you gonna stop smoking? Huh? You gonna start exercising?
No.
Of course.
I'm gonna start smoking and stop exercising.
At least you have goals. Nasty, you got any resolutions for the new year?
Yeah. Stay alive.
Gotta stay alive.
Fair resolution.
Thanks.
Wally, sick tummy Wally.
Yes.
You got any resolutions for the new year?
Stay employed.
Well, my resolution for the new year is I've
This
treated.
band is really loud.
Yeah, they are.
Did you hire this
They're
guy?
getting louder.
Hey, guys, quiet.
He's just staring at you.
Hey, quiet down over there.
I resolved to get
wow.
this band out of here.
Quiet down
Yeah.
really far.
Wow,
That was real
It was
quick.
almost like they were
I
on
was
a
getting
slider,
nervous because
a
the guy at the
volume
horn was
slider.
just staring directly at you while playing.
Yeah.
They're getting louder still.
They're not breaking character or anything.
No, they aren't. Anyways, the resolution I wanted to say is the past 3 years, I haven't treated Millpool properly. It's because I hated him so much.
So you're
And
gonna
I-
resolve to treat me better?
No, my resolution is to kill you more often.
Oh, wow! That's the silence gun.
Yeah, I gotta just put a silencer on it.
Did it fire the gun from like down the hallway?
Hold on, let me take the silencer off real quick. There we go.
Oh, much better.
The gun fired so far away we had to count to like 1 Mississippi before it actually hit him.
Yep.
We're just okay and we play some games. We're just okay gamers.
Thanks for listening to episode 191.
191.
191 of the Just Okay Gamers podcast. My name is New Year's Baby Guido, and I'm here with...
New Year's baby Wally.
Hey guys, it's a brand new year and a brand new Millpool.
And what's up, everybody? This is Tuxedo Nasty.
Hey, Tuxedo Nasty.
Like the guy from Sailor Moon?
Yep.
What's his name? Tuxedo Mask?
Yep.
Oh, is that the villain?
No.
I think he was good.
Yeah,
He was just
good.
like, he just helped them out sometimes.
Oh, he's like Charlie from Charlie's Angels.
Charlie and his
Sorry.
Chocolate
Wait,
Factory.
what was Bill Murray's character in Charlie's Angels?
Charlie.
I think he was Charlie.
Was he
Yeah.
Charlie?
I
I
think
thought
so.
Charlie
yeah.
was always
Who
like,
else would he have
faceless.
been?
Didn't they have like a handler named like Babbitt or something?
Oh, right.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, Charlie's
Charlie was
like
always
the boss,
faceless.
and then
Yeah.
they
I
have
I was more.
the
I was more of a
handler.
Knight Rider and Dukes of Hazzard kid.
So yeah, he was the handler.
There's one Charlie's Angel fan that's just yelling at their device right now.
Screaming at us.
Yeah.
Who was in that Lucy Liu?
Cameron
else?
Diaz and
Cameron Diaz.
the
Someone
fat one.
else. Was there?
No, not the
Beyonce?
fat
Patton Oswalt.
No, what the fuck is her name? She was in No, not Batman. She was in the Adam Sandler's movies.
Right.
Fuck. What is her name?
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. Thank you.
She's not really
Yeah,
that
she's
fat.
not really.
I know. I know.
She's like
but
she has a baby face.
comparatively to the other two.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God.
So we're gonna watch the entirety of Charlie's Angels on this episode.
Perfect.
Starting now. My name's Charlie, and
And I'm his angels.
Oh, wait.
Hi, I'm Lucy Liu. I'm one of the angels.
Hi, I'm fat Drew Barrymore.
Oh, hello. My name is Roosy Roo.
Oh, my Evil twin.
Oh wait,
I must have Lucy Lou.
Lucy
I
Lou
didn't
and
know you
Lucy
were
Lou.
Lucy Lou.
Wait, are they twins?
He just said he was Lucy Lou.
Hey man, we didn't plan this.
This
bit.
is a weird movie.
This
is
is
I
a
don't
weird
remember any of
movie.
this.
There's like a
Much better
horrible-
though than Rogue One, for sure.
Don't you mean Logue One?
Uh,
According to
yep.
Lucy Lou.
Yeah. Speaking of, if you guys want to go check out Biggie Size's podcast, we discussed that movie yesterday. You can find that.
Yep.
And you won't believe what we have to say.
Yeah. 10 new facts about Rogue One. And number 7 is a doozy. Click
Half
on
the film-
patreon.com/justokgamers and listen to the Biggie Size Patreon podcast to figure out what that number 7 clue is.
It's all the way at the end, by the way. Spoiler.
It's weird that number 7 is the most important one.
Yeah, I know.
It always is. 7
You
or
won't
8.
believe it. You won't believe it.
So how was everyone's New Year's? What did you guys get up to?
Oh boy. Me and Nasty hung out.
Oh,
We
that's
did.
right. I saw some pictures of
was
Nasty at your house doing VR.
It was a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah, we had my Motu came over.
Yep.
Brought his
He was fun.
VR setup.
Ooh.
We played some new games.
Yep, I felt really high
What did you
for a
play?
little bit.
We played Arizona Sunshine, I think it's called.
Oh, the zombie one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the zombie one,
Real good.
which is like the pinnacle of VR gaming at the current point, apparently.
What
That
do you
is one of
do
the
in
more
it?
advanced ones.
Yeah. What do? You shoot zombies.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And you work your way through like some scenarios, some puzzles.
Told that like the game had additional aesthetic features for certain hardware, but after an outcry, they lifted that. I think it was like if you had an NVIDIA card or if you had an Intel processor, you got more eye candy. But a bunch of people called bullshit on it and they took it away.
Huh.
Are any of you interested in getting a VR setup?
Absolutely.
I was looking at it after playing it this weekend, but after looking at prices again, I was like,
It's
yeah.
what
nope.
now that you've played the games, would you say that any of their, because all the games were like what, 30, 40 bucks?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not worth 30, 40 bucks.
No,
No.
this is like this one had a very loose story and some pretty decent voice acting. Controls were okay. It was like the most gamey. It wasn't a mini game, which is what most VR games are right now.
Right.
It was an actual game. You could play it for a few hours and then set it down and then come back and play it for another few hours.
There's
Right.
one game I want to play on VR terribly bad.
What is
What
it?
game's that?
Star Trek Bridge Crew.
The old
And I mean,
see
for
that.
obvious reasons, but barrier to entry is a little high for just one game.
Yeah, it's a neat little novelty. That's how I feel about it. And,
Yeah.
if you know someone that has it, perfect, because you can go and experience it on their dime and then walk away fulfilled and not have to think about getting a VR headset for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
But
It seems like a great thing if you entertain people regularly.
Right.
You can just
Yeah.
show them this cool thing that they've probably never seen.
Yeah, even then though, like we had a lot of people over here, and it was just everybody watching the one person do VR.
Yeah, on the smallest fucking screen that you have in your house too.
Yeah.
Like
I hear that
I don't know
being
why
indi-
we didn't put that on the TV.
You couldn't. You
Oh.
needed DVI out, not HD.
Gotcha.
But yeah, then we played some board games.
Yep,
Yes,
and then we
Dino?
played a little what the fuck was
Quiplash.
T-shirt TKO.
Yeah, t-shirt.
T-shirt
Nice.
KO. That was
And
fun.
it's the Jack Pack Party Pack bullshit that you can get on Steam is way more fun in person.
in person. Way better.
It's
Oh,
just
really?
like, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's just everything's right there. Everybody's in the same room.
Yeah.
You're laughing. Everybody. I mean, it's kind of weird because everybody has their devices out, and that's how
Right.
they answer the questions.
Yeah.
But I still felt like I was looking at the TV more and interacting with everybody else more than I was just looking at my phone.
Yeah.
And it also like I feel like it kept people from looking at other stuff on their phone. So like they had to stay interacted, like with what was going on instead of like busting their phone out to like look at
Right.
Facebook or something.
And we played Hive Mind, which was a lot of fun. I like that.
That
game.
was fun.
Yeah.
All I know is I didn't lose. That's all that mattered.
What's that? Is that
It's
a board game?
Yeah, it's a board game that's basically like, it's kind of like Family Feud. You're presented a question. You have to give a list, like name 4 superheroes. And then everybody writes down 4 superheroes. And then you go around the room and the first person lists their 4, and everybody raises their hand if they have the same ones. And you get points based on if you have the same ones as other people. And if you don't, then you move down, and the first one to reach the bottom of the hive loses the game, and everybody else wins. So there's just one loser.
Oh, wow.
that's
That sounds
brutal.
like fun.
Yeah.
Hey, you just gotta fight to not be the worst. That was it.
Yeah.
Who was the worst?
Erica lost.
Erica, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Louis' girlfriend.
she's a sweetheart. That's awful.
Yeah. I think her and everybody else had imbibed quite a few at that point. Maybe her more so than anyone else.
I only had 2 drinks all night,
Yeah,
and
you,
that champagne toast.
you did well. No headphones were broken. And you used
Nope,
the
no
headphones.
headphones.
A lot, too.
I did, and a VR headset. I think that's
Yeah.
what you started me off on that, and I was like, well, I gotta stop drinking now if I don't want to break anything.
Nasty when he does VR is he's the stiffest fucking person in the world.
I wasn't sure like
He's
how
like a
big your
goddamn
living room
robot.
was. Like, I didn't want to step on somebody or like bump into your couch or
Sure.
your desk.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
you
a
get
little
really,
weird.
you get really disoriented in there. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
when you take it off, you think you're in one spot, but you're somewhere completely different.
Yeah. It's a little weird too because we had like a semicircle set up and everybody was just watching him. Like another 8 people were just sitting there watching him in a semicircle.
Just staring.
Yeah.
Sounds like a cult.
It was.
But it was a good time. Good old good party.
Yeah, I had a really fun time.
I don't know if I'd call
Usual.
it a party.
Countdown to
Gathering.
midnight.
Yeah, what's funny is we didn't even do that.
Oh, really?
We were
We were in
Did
the
you
middle
even
of-
notice?
We were in the middle of Quiplash,
Oh,
and we were
nice.
like, it's midnight.
Yeah, we'll count down after this game.
Yeah. We did do one, though, after Ryan's wife got there,
Yeah.
because she was working, so we did another countdown afterwards.
Yeah.
To
You
a
just
toast.
did a random countdown?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never done that.
Really?
What's that like? Yeah.
We've had New Year's parties where we're counting down every 3 minutes.
Every New Year.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it's like 3:30 in the morning, and you just hear a bunch of people. Happy New Year!
It's like 3:47.
That's good.
It's a great time. I suggest it for future end of the year parties.
Yeah, for sure.
I can
Party
see
just
Or
just
end
like
of the
we
world
do.
parties, too. End of the world parties are good like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What about you guys?
I hung out with my girlfriend. We tried to go out to a couple bars. We went to a bar, and then we got dinner, and then we went to a barcade, but it was totally packed. So we ended up coming home around like 11 or so, and just bought a bottle of champagne on the way home. Hung out.
Champagne.
Wally, similar little thing with the wife?
We we celebrated by buying some champagne actually and some wine, and we watched as many episodes of Iron Chef that we could back to back until midnight. And we kept watching. There's a playlist on YouTube that has every original Iron Chef. That has every episode of the original Iron Chef in a playlist back to back, all 300 and some. So we just watched a whole bunch of that and got drunk.
Solid.
Nice. Pretty good time. Relaxed.
It was fun. Yeah. We also played some board games together too.
Cool. Good times. Happy New Year's, guys.
Yeah,
We got,
Happy New Year's.
I got Jen the dirty version of Codenames for Christmas. Have you seen that?
No.
I have.
It's the same game, but all the words are just like dirty or
Like
euphemisms.
lingerie.
Yeah, sort of like
And,
that. And butt and fart and
Boudoir.
dick and boudoir.
Bordello. Huh? Is Bordello one of them?
I don't know. We didn't look at every card, Guido.
You ever see Tales from the Crypt Bordello of Blood with Dennis Miller?
No.
Oh.
Why is
I
Dennis
can't
Miller?
say that I have.
I don't know. He was a star of fucking Bordello of Blood. I don't know why he's in it.
I think I saw
hired
it back. Was it in the 90s? Wasn't it?
Oh, early 90s.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's been a while since I've seen that. What's the? Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. This is the movie where they had the vampires and are in the. Is that in the brothel?
Yeah, it's
And,
Bordello of Blood.
Was that the same one? Okay, I was making sure.
Do you mean Dennis Miller, the comedian? Is that
Yeah.
it?
Who are you thinking?
Yeah,
there like-
Dennis Miller, the comedian.
Yeah.
But why would he? Is it a horror movie?
It's like
Well-
a comedy horror. It's Tales
Yeah.
from the Crypt.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about as close as you can get. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tongue-in-cheek horror.
Is it good?
It's a cult classic. I mean, it's not questionable if it's
Yeah, I
good.
don't think it's that good. No, I think it's touted as being very bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's good in that it is bad.
It's
But
just
yeah.
like Dennis Miller in a bordello filled with female vampires. He's like, this lady looks like Abe Vigoda over here. Just making some references that nobody
Yeah.
understands.
Isn't it Corey Feldman's in that too? Isn't it?
I don't know.
I
He's
have
in
to look
Lost
it up.
Boys. Is that what you're thinking about?
He is in Lost Boys, but no, I think he's in Bordello of Blood too.
Oh, okay. That'd be a good throwback for Corey Feldman.
Let me look this up.
Anyways,
Yeah, look at that up.
Sorry,
So
sorry,
weird.
I'm
I have to
curious.
watch this. It looks so weird.
we
He
should
is?
probably. He is? Corey
Yeah,
Feldman's in it?
yeah. Dennis Miller, Erica Liniak, and Corey Feldman.
Oh, Erica, I bet she takes her top off.
Oh, guaranteed. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Wasn't she the female in the hit motion picture Under Siege
she came out of the cake, right?
with Steven Seagal? Yeah, I think that was.
No, that scene. Oh yeah.
yeah. I think I learned to jerk off to that fucking movie.
Fucking softcore titty references from the early '90s. Let's go.
Man,
God.
movies were packed full of titties back then.
They were. Titties
They
left
were.
and right. Now you're lucky if you see a side boob, and that's it.
Okay, one more movie. What was the one where I think it had Sean Connery in it? It was in Japan. It was a crime movie, and I remember there was a scene where they were like eating sushi off of a naked chick, and I was watching it, and my
rings a
mom made me
bell.
leave the room, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh, those scenes with your parents. Woo.
Yeah, and they're like,
Yeah.
close your
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
Close your eyes
They're
and,
like,
and
"Yeah,
cover
no,
your
no."
ears. And it's like, what?
All of a sudden, naked chick with sushi, and they're like, "Leave the room," and that kind of thing. And I just
That-
couldn't remember what.
That happened with me and my parents with True Lies. I was watching it with them when I was like, I don't know,
During the
10
dancing?
or something. Yeah, she like strips for him. And
Yeah.
I do
No
it.
titties out, though.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Jamie Lee Curtis,
Yep.
who to me has always looked like she's been like 58 years old.
Right.
She was,
But she
built,
still
though,
looks
man.
good now that
Neck
she's
down.
now that she's older. She still
now
looks
that-
good.
Yeah. And when she was younger, like in the Halloween movie, she looked young.
Mm-hmm.
But there was this big section of her career where she definitely just looked one age, and that age was 58 years old.
Well, she cut her hair short for a lot of her career, right? Like pretty early on.
I think so.
I think that's probably what did it.
People are like, get to the fucking
Yeah.
game of the year.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
exactly what everybody's here
I
for.
can actually take this further if you want.
Let's
Movie
not.
trivia wise.
Nope, let's not. We have a fucking movie
'Cause they-
podcast, and we
some
don't talk
theorize
movie
that she
trivia.
has both gendered chromosomes or something, which is why, like in certain photos, she looks mannish but also is womanish. I'll have to
I
read it,
think
Google
that's,
it.
that's a.
It's
urban
apocryphal.
legend.
It's hopefully totally an urban legend, but it's
That's
random
like-
trivia.
One of those things before the internet that all the kids heard.
Oh, Oh yeah, totally.
You know, like
Yeah.
Richard Gere sticking gerbils up his ass. Like every kid I ever knew growing up knew that fact, and it probably never happened. Or like what? The fucking Lisa Left Eye Lopez getting her stomach pumped of like 2 gallons of semen or something.
What?
Oh, yeah. We had one where the girl from Boy Meets World was caught giving head to a guy at UCLA college parties. Topanga.
Oh,
Topanga? No way! Topanga was my favorite.
she's a girl next door.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
No, he lived next to Mr. Feeney, not Topanga.
Yeah.
Right.
Jeez. Mr. Feeney.
Rising Sun. That was the movie Rising Sun.
Hey, what's everyone's game of the year? Just
Sushi
out of
Girl.
curiosity.
Oh wait, hold
Sushi
on. No,
Girl.
we can't do it like that.
Not to derail
Sushi
this
Girl.
movie podcast.
It was Sean Connery.
All right, okay. Let's get into these things here.
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
hit
let's
some
get
of the
into
categories. Come on.
these categories.
Come
so, if you were a fairly active member of our community, we made a little survey for you, and a lot of people went and filled it out. You know, close to 100. Not
That's
quite.
pretty solid.
Yeah, for having to go search out what this link is and go and fill out all this stuff. And there's several categories on it. We're going to work our way up to the game of the year. How's that sound? Or do you guys just want to burn the game of the year right
No,
away?
no.
No.
I was just kidding earlier.
Okay.
Let's work up to it.
Okay, we'll work up to it. We'll go to gaming, game design categories first, and work our way up. We'll throw a few little fun ones in there that were on the survey. We'll give our answers, and then we'll give the community answer. And maybe I'll peruse
I like
some of the random answers and kind of try and pick out some funny ones.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start with best music. What game do you think had the best music of 2017?
Okay. Are we only talking about games that we played and like are relevant to us?
Well, you would have had to play them to hear the music,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I don't want you.
No, I
naming
wouldn't say
stuff
that because I would have watched like somebody streaming it possibly.
that's not the
Right.
same.
Or I
And
might
also
have
know
watched
that you don't
like
sit and watch
YouTube
people-
videos.
I know that you
of
don't
games.
sit and watch people play a whole game.
Well, not a whole game, but
No,
like,
but you can get like
enough.
the sense of like this game has good music.
right.
I just
Okay.
don't want this to be a theme throughout the whole thing.
No,
where
me
we're
neither. Like,
oh, but a lot of people said they really liked this game.
yeah. No, I don't want to get into that either. That's why I'm bringing this up.
Yeah, no, games you played.
Yeah. Okay.
Dark
So
Souls 3.
best music, is that the
Yeah,
category?
best music. Millpool, do you have anything off the bat?
Man, No Man's Sky, the music in that game just relaxed me to the
It's
max.
very relaxing.
Just chilled me right out.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Chilled you right to bed, huh?
Just turn it on for half an hour before bedtime.
Hawk Shoe.
Yeah, honk shoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about it.
Okay, I have mine.
Dark
Yeah,
Souls 3.
It is a game, a little game called Doom.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
It was good for what it was.
It was
It
good, but
fit
it was
perfectly.
it was the one game that popped out to me where I could remember the music.
It did fit its motif.
And it was one because I usually shut the music off on games. I don't like playing with music. I like just hearing the sound design. But I definitely left it on there because it added quite a bit to the game. Just
How early?
pumped you up.
How early on do you turn music off in a game?
Fucking the first menu.
Really?
It
Seriously?
depends if it's not something that I like or that I find pleasurable. I just shut it off. I usually fire up a game and then I'll play it until I start to notice the music, and I'm like, I can't hear the game,
Yeah.
and then I'll just turn it down in increments until it's eventually just off entirely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you for Doom. That That was some good music.
Good music. Amped you up.
Hmm?
It amped you up.
Yeah, it did. And I want to go back and listen to that. Like, I might look that up on Spotify or something.
Yeah, go for it.
It's good stuff.
My pick is gonna have to be Stefan's sausage roll. Great
Is it
music in
Stefan
that.
or Steven?
Stefan's?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think it's Stevens.
Nah,
It's spelled Steffens,
it's spelled Stefan's.
but sometimes Stevens spell their names like Stefan.
Yeah, what Steven has a v sound from a f sound?
It's pretty common.
Stephen
Spell
Curry.
it that way.
Steve Curry. that a
Steph
person?
Curry.
Steph
Curry.
Everyone calls him Steph, though. That's not
yeah.
a good
No, it's
example.
Steve Curry. That's Steve Curry.
Oh, okay.
Perfect example in my direction, Steph.
Steve Urkel. You know, he got cool.
I think his name was just Steve. It
he got
wasn't
cool
Steven.
and changed his name to Stefan. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. That happened a few times in that
Yeah,
show,
it did.
didn't it?
Yeah, and Laura was all like, "Ooh, I love cool Stefan Urkel, but I hate that bitch Steve."
Did I do that?
Yeah.
What was good about Stefan's sausage roll? Just a fun little. I
Well,
don't
it
know
was
what-
it was calming. It was calming music.
okay.
And since it's kind of like a frustrating puzzly game, I think it was really good music to kind of go the opposite direction with it. And it was just kind of it's a catchy tune that I can still like hear right now in my head after just looking at the game. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it was super catchy and really unique to the game itself. It's also
Cool.
probably because it was like the same 12 notes just on loop.
Yeah,
for,
I haven't
like,
played the
the
game.
whole time.
I haven't played the game, but I imagine it's like very bouncy, like something you might hear in a cartoon. Am I wrong?
It's like
Oh, not
slow
like
and
a-
piano. It's like a slow piano.
Oh. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you got any music that pops out at you?
Dark Souls 3.
Ooh, Dark Souls 3.
Brooding,
I could see that.
ponderous, yet the moments of tension once
Sure.
you uncover the boss. I love it.
I don't know if I turn the music off in Dark Souls 3 or
It's
not.
so good. You really should give it a try. Or a playthrough, I mean, with it on, if you haven't.
Huh. Okay. Cool, yeah. Millpool, did any pop up, or you just
Oh, I
going
agreed
with
with
the old Doomarooney?
Yeah, I'm going with Doom. Stardew Valley also has good music. It's
That was my
very
number
relaxing. Like, yeah.
Cool.
For sure.
Well, there you have it. There's our picks for best music.
I also just don't want to repeat because I feel like Stardew can fill a lot more.
Are we
Nah,
picking
you guys
out?
can repeat,
Yeah.
Better
repeat
categories.
away, dude. Some of these are
Okay.
gonna fill a lot of
I think
categories.
an honorable mention should be Civilization 6, but that's like I feel like that's cheating because they hire a professional, orchestrator for that. Christopher Tin they brought back, and
Yeah.
it's really good.
Fair game. I mean,
It's fair, yeah.
good.
It's extraordinarily good for this iteration as well.
All right, on to the next
Good
one.
stuff.
In a
Wait,
similar... What?
Are you going to say the community's
Oh, yeah,
choice?
the community. I forgot
come
about
on.
the community.
That's the whole point of what we're doing.
Story of my life. I forget about the community. We're here because of you guys. The
promise.
community picked Doom.
Ooh, good choice.
Good choice.
Good choice.
Community
Community.
picked Doom.
What are the numbers on that?
Don't have actual numbers for any of
Okay.
these. I mean, I could count on them right now.
Nah.
Someone else compiled this. Biggie Size. Thanks, Biggie Size, for doing all this. But yeah, we don't have any numbers.
Wait
But-
not to count though, you lazy piece of shit.
He did count, obviously, but not.
But he didn't
recorded
record the count.
I see another Steven sausage roll.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Stefan's, but I'll let that go.
Hyperlight Drifter. Any of you play that?
No,
I've
but
seen
it's- Yeah, it's one of the games that I watched video of.
It's very techno-y. I refunded
Joe, did
that
you
game.
play it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I refunded.
You didn't
it.
like it, huh?
No, I didn't care.
I
much
saw it
for
on a lot of Game of the Year lists.
Really?
Yeah.
Always Will Be Zelda is someone's pick for best music.
This is true. Zelda has good music,
Yeah.
but it didn't come out this year. So
Right.
unless you still think Zelda from a couple years ago is better than any of the ones this year.
Yeah. It's all over the board for best music. Like
Oh,
Doom,
yeah, I'm sure.
Doom had, I can count them right now, 6 votes. Stardew Valley had 5.
Okay.
Well, it's close.
Yeah, it
Close.
was close.
Stardew Valley did have some good music.
Yeah. Cool.
It's sometimes harder to remember the music from a game than like the art,
It is.
for example. But Doom definitely sticks out for me.
All right. In a similar vein, what is your guys' pick for the best sound of 2016? Best sound design?
Definitely got to go with that League of Legends. By far. Stepping it up
that
this year.
Released in 2009. is
They
when
stepped up their
League of Legends
sound
released.
this year though.
No, I won't accept that. Sorry,
Why
I can't
not?
accept that. Nope. No.
Okay. Then for me it's probably going to be The Witness.
Yeah?
Just
you like the sound of all those switches sliding back and forth?
They're
Yeah,
nice
like,
sounds, man.
It was very like I felt very in the game when I would click on it and get that like kung, and then like
I mean, it uses the sound in interesting ways too. Like I
Right.
remember there was that bird puzzle where you have to listen for the chirps
Sure.
to solve it.
yep.
Yeah.
So
But actually,
I thought
that's
there
the
was
only
some cool stuff.
Yeah, that's the only example of that I can think of.
But the zones also kind of had their own little like sounds as well, which is a nice way to kind of break up the individual island
Yeah.
besides just visual breakup.
Yeah. Wally, you got any sound designs that are popping out at you?
No, actually, that's where I put Doom.
Okay.
Only because I really enjoyed I know I've ranted about the weapons before, but I've really been a big fan of the weapon design. And it isn't just the weapons' abilities, it's the sounds they produce. I just really found it very satisfying. Especially
Yeah.
the shotgun, alternate fire, and it just blows up somebody's right in front of you and their guts go everywhere. It's a very
Yeah.
gratifying sound. I don't know, I liked it.
No, I like it too. I love it when a weapon just sounds chunky. Like there's weight to it. Almost like it
Yeah.
it sounds like it feels like you're holding it, if that makes sense. And just the bullets and the crushing skulls of demons, running up and punching dudes.
Yeah,
pulling
the
their
execution
eyeballs out.
sounds.
Just like
Oh.
all the sounds are fucking awesome in that game. But in a similar vein, my pick would have to be Battlefield 1.
That's a good
Yeah.
one too.
DICE does good sound work.
Mm-hmm.
They do good sound work. If there's a Battlefield that releases every year, I'd probably pick it because it's just always the explosions. Everything is super immersive and around you. There's good audio cues for separate guns. When someone's sniping. When someone is doing bursts of a submachine gun as opposed to a rifle. The clinks of the grenades as they're thrown at you. It's just all around it. Like war.
So good.
It's hard to beat war games in sound design just because there's a lot of sounds in them, in my opinion. Millville, you got any picks?
I'm kind of leaning. I mean, I want to say Doom maybe, but I'm kind of leaning towards Overwatch. Because, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in that game. There's a lot of like different weapons that aren't real weapons, so they kind of had to create a lot of their own sounds for that stuff. Also, the voice work is really great. There's a lot of different characters. All the voice work is really good. All the characters have like multiple, in some cases, like dozens of voice lines that they say. So I think I'm gonna go with Overwatch.
Yeah, I think you have to take into account some of the voice acting in games for this category. Definitely. I mean, it is sound.
It is.
And my honorable mention, although I hated the game, is Firewatch. For
Oh.
this. Just
I never
because
actually
the voice
played it.
acting between the two people was superb. It was a shame that they had such a shitty ending, and it made
Yeah.
you feel like you wasted your time playing that game because they did an excellent job voice acting that game.
You know, if the ending was even remotely redeemable, it would have been a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, yeah. it
But you know,
would've been.
testimony to the sound design and the sound voice actors. I mean, if you think about it, we never actually saw her, the
Right.
female character. I mean, she had everything was imagination. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Can I say my runner-up?
yeah. Go for it.
I would probably pick Super Hot. Wasn't a big fan
Super
of the game itself, but I think that the way that they slowed things down and you could hear everything slowing down when it was visually slowing down was done really well.
Yeah.
Right. And even just the gunfire when it was slowing down too would actually like slow itself down. It was really well done for the sound. And like smashing bottles too. Like everything was pretty on point.
Sure.
Yep.
Cool.
Community?
We have a tie with the Community.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Do you guys want to take a guess? What the tie?
I'm going to say
Doom.
Doom is
Yeah.
in there.
Okay.
And Doom and Stardew again?
Well,
I'm gonna go with Battlefield actually as the other one. Doom and Battlefield.
the tie for best sound for the Just Okay Gamers Community is Overwatch and Battlefield 1.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Mill with the pick. Mill and Gweeds
Yeah.
again with the picks with the Community.
Well, they like it.
Yeah, that's
like
good stuff.
those.
Yeah, there's just so much in those games. Also,
Right.
they're like huge games made by huge publishers.
Right.
Let's see. Well, let me pick through some of these. Bad Rats, The Rat's Revenge, best sound.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God. Fuck bad rats. Fuck.
What's Abzu? Have you guys ever heard of a game called Abzu? There's 2 votes
No.
for it.
Yeah, it's
it's,
like Journey, but underwater,
Correct.
from
Like
what I've
scuba.
heard. I haven't seen much of it. Yeah. Do you know Journey, though? That game?
Beautiful
Where
game. A PlayStation.
PlayStation, you just walk around. You can't.
No,
You just
I don't know
like
that
discover things, and you're in a huge desert. Okay.
You can co-op, but you can never talk to the other person.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it was like people drop into your game randomly, and the only way to communicate is like pointing. And anyways, it's like an exploration game underwater.
Cool. Very good. Yeah, the rest is it's spread out. There's a lot of single votes for a lot of different games. Cool. Okay, next one. What do we got here? How about we go with
Ooh.
best art design in a game? What game
Okay.
had you like, ooh, I really like the way this kind of looks. I like this environment they built here. You know?
I also got to go with The Witness on this one.
Going with The Witness.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that the individual, the way that they melded and separated the individual zones and used the puzzles themselves and like the environment around the puzzles to kind of switch it up sometimes was just really awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that shit was pretty mind blowing when you
Right.
first discovered like the environment as
Right,
puzzles.
like look through this colored glass to like change the colors on the tiles, and then you have to use that to group those into different ones, and like you got to look for the shining of the sun to get your reflection, stuff like that. Just like those kind of things, they really took the whole environment into account.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. My pick, and I thought hard on this because it was between 2, but I think I'm going to have to go with, it's been mentioned, a little game called Super Hot. Super
Yeah?
Hot.
yeah.
Yeah, just that minimalistic look of everything. It made the game. Because it is essentially a puzzle game more than a
Right.
shooter, I think.
It definitely is.
And,
Like a maze game almost, right? Like because you got to physically move your body around to solve whatever puzzle you're in.
Right. And it just made me feel like I was jacked into this world where
Yeah.
I'm shooting a bunch of just like faceless
Right.
white dudes, Caucasians.
I mean, and all the stuff they did around that, like the story stuff, how you're actually jacked in, and
Yeah.
there's this whole text thing, and even the menus in that game are really cool.
It was an immersive experience.
Oh yeah,
Maybe-
And
maybe
it's
I
a
need
shame
to
that
go-
just so short.
Maybe I need to go back and play a little bit more of it.
I mean, I went through like all the challenges. I got a lot more than just one run out of that.
Oh. Did you finish the game, Nasty?
No, I didn't. I put about 2.5, 3 hours into it, and it was just getting really frustrating. So I had to step away, and I never.
I mean,
really went
it's not
back and
very
picked it up.
long. Like, I bet you're pretty near the end.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah, it's,
Unless you're
I mean,
failing
Okay.
pretty often, then.
yeah, it's probably like a 4-hour game max.
Well, then I am probably.
Well,
pretty
I
close.
mean, once you get good at it, though, like you can beat it in like half an hour or something. I don't know.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking Super Hot as well. Basically, between that and Overwatch.
Yeah, that was the other one that I was thinking about.
Or yeah, Battlefield 1. I mean, it's hard to count that game out. I just kind of fell off of playing that. But I think I'm gonna pick Overwatch again for this
Ooh,
one.
Really?
Yeah, the game looks beautiful. They just put
It
out
does.
the new map yesterday, and yeah, I don't know. It's just a beautiful game. Like the attention to detail is in the characters and in the maps, and yeah, it's a really nice looking game.
I'd agree.
Right.
Yeah. Everything. Like, yeah, the environments on the maps are super cool. All the skins. Fuck. Come on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
There's
they
like-
put a lot into that game. Like, it was very well done. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't get into it a little sooner, so I could have been on that first hype wave with you guys. Because I really enjoyed it, but then it just devolved into me kind of playing by myself after a while. Just because I wasn't with you guys from the start.
Sure. At the
yeah,
same
it's a
time,
fantastic
though,
game.
if you just went on Discord and said anyone want to play Overwatch, I guarantee you'd probably have a full group.
Oh,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
So it's your own
Maybe
fault.
that's what I'll do. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm not blaming anybody else but myself. I'm saying, like, I'm upset that I wasn't able to be there with you guys.
I mean, I can see myself playing it for years, like League. So I
Right.
don't think you're necessarily missing the boat
Right,
or anything.
yeah.
Like you can jump in at any time.
And you might
Right,
catch
so-
a bug at any given time too. There might be just something that clicks, and you're like,
Right.
"Oh, I understand why people played the shit out of this when it released."
Right. So, do you think this will replace TF2 at cons?
For me,
Uh,
yeah, I have no reason to play TF2.
I would never pick up TF2 again.
Yeah, I
don't
would.
think.
This would replace it for me.
I mean, it's such a direct evolution of TF2.
Yeah, way more customization, way more picks, way more, like, just everything that TF2 had, but more.
The only thing TF2 would have going for it in that scenario would be we could have 10 people on a team
Right.
smashing a bunch of puppies.
Yeah, but you could also just get 2 5-mans going. Or one 5v5. Or
Wally,
6v6.
what are you thinking for art direction?
I went with the indie title, Inside.
Oh.
I really enjoyed it. I found it had an ending that had more questions than answers, but it was done very well. And there's a lot of theory and debate about the underlying narrative, but for something it was so straightforward, and yet through playing it, it created an entire lore without really saying anything. You didn't have to read anything. You didn't have to, infer any, beyond, like, it wasn't shoved in your face. You just kind of, it unfolded before you while you played, which to me is a pinnacle of design in the artistic sense. So I think that definitely stood out for me. It's probably one of the highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely kind of kicking myself that I didn't play that, but I'm probably going to. I've heard so many good things about it.
Yeah, same
It's
here.
good.
It's something I've had my eye on. Cool. What about the old community?
Yeah, what they got?
Well, the
What they got,
community-
Guido?
The community voted for 2016 Best Art Design, that would be a little title called Overwatch.
Oh, nice.
Overwatch. They love Overwatch, huh?
They do love that Overwatch.
Yeah. Good pick, community. Good work.
Yeah, nice pick.
Pretty much a landslide in this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Doom had a few votes in there, which I understand.
Sure.
Final Fantasy also had a few votes.
Okay.
It was a little boy bandy for me, but maybe that's what some people were
It
looking for.
looked nice, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Last Guardian.
Yep.
So we got a few console people on our that are taking this little survey here.
Nice.
What's next?
What is next? How about we go in a similar vein? Best graphics. What game wowed you? You fired it up. You're like, whoa! Look at this shit. This is fucking cool.
Look at this fucking shit.
Look at this fucking shit. This is fucking cool.
This looks so good.
My game's got to be a little steep. A little steepy boy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The environment is very clean, very awesome. I just really enjoy how that game looks and how it feels when I'm in that game.
Yeah, it does feel like you're kind of on a mountain.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's breathtaking at points, especially the big landscape shots, you know.
Yeah, when you're coasting up there on some hang glide action or like diving face down at the ground.
Yeah, ripping some grizz, dude, on the Appalachians.
Ripping some grizz. Oh, yeah, bruh.
Yeah. No, I could see that. Definitely.
What about you? What do you got?
Game that wowed me was Battlefield 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see why.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, any Battlefield game just is really all out.
Just like when you play the prologue to it, you're just thrown into a battle and there's puddles of mud all around you that the reflections are just perfect. It looks fucking real as shit. The what are they called? The blimps would just when they would
The blimps
explode,
are great. Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I saw that, I mean, that was pretty sick.
Yeah. There were a lot of moments in that game where I was like, holy shit, this looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, you can tell that they focused on that.
Yeah.
Making the game look fucking dope.
Yep.
Fucking dope.
How do you feel about Titanfall 2 for this category?
Titanfall 2 looked good.
Yeah.
It definitely looked good. The environments were different. Well, it was kind of just like a jungle environment most of the time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. What?
In terms of level design, fucking Titanfall 2 wins everything.
Single player, man. Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
Like, there's that one level in Titanfall 2 on the campaign where it's building like a community, like a little. I don't know if that makes sense. It's building like a community. The floors come up. You have to jump from this platform to platform that are all rising and being built, and at the same time you're fighting all these enemies. And then it culminates with this floor being built in front of you that's just like this little suburb community, and you have to fight a Titan there. And it was that whole time I was like, oh, this is fucking cool. This is really neat. So yeah, that would be a runner-up for me, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Battlefield 1 as well. I was trying to think of like what game I had to turn the graphics down the most to play.
Right.
I think it was
me
Battlefield
too, actually.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
in
you-
terms of like technically best looking.
Right. Yeah. Just graphics.
Wally, were you saying the same thing? Battlefield 1 was the one that
I-
you had to turn it down the most in?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'd agree.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you know who else agrees?
The community?
The The community agrees.
Well,
They
Battlefield
said
No
1
fucking
action?
way, man.
Battlefield 1 best graphics.
Mill, have you gotten any of these wrong with the
I
community?
swear I haven't
think you're like
seen
on
the community
point.
list. Guido hid the list from us.
I did.
Yeah,
I hid
okay.
I hid it from everyone. No, I mean they're pretty good picks, definitely.
They definitely are.
Yeah. Let's see what else. What else did the community pick here? What were they talking about?
About
Doom came in second. That's for sure. But Battlefield was pretty large.
pretty
majority.
hefty.
Yeah, pretty hefty majority here. A few votes for Steep. We got one for Bad Rats: The Rat's Revenge.
God damn it.
Did someone vote for that game in every category?
Yeah, that's what happened. Fez was picked up a few times for best
Okay.
graphics.
Hey, I can see why.
Yeah,
for sure.
those graphics. I mean, when it switches from 2D to 3D,
Fucking mind blowing.
And the video card.
Queen's listening to you talk about that.
The rest are kind of what we talked about here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then we're going right into best story. What game had the best story? Which would probably be a single player experience because they don't harp on the story on a multiplayer game unless it's like an MMO. Right?
Right. Yeah, I was actually I'm gonna have to go with World of Warcraft actually for best story. I was so involved in the storyline that we were following with that, talking about MMOs, because I mean, to the point where I even went and like listened to the stuff that they had produced prior to the game actually releasing. There was like that 4-episode
those audiobooks. On
those
Spotify and
audiobooks, right? Yeah, they had that. They did a lot of development around this actual story that they actually created. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be my pick of this year. And I was very deep into that. I mean, I bought a fucking book and read that shit. Like, I just wanted more and more WoW in my life.
You know what? I think you sold me. I had something else picked, but I think you sold me nasty.
It was a good story.
I was pretty goddamn invested in my character and the character that the NPCs that it interacted with.
Right. Like, I actually cared about this. And I think that the way that they broke those individual zones down into like their own little sub stories really helped develop that story as a whole.
Yeah. I mean, forget about the random side quests, which is, 90% of the game. But
Right.
when you're reading the quest, or they're leading you through the area to get your artifact weapon, you're invested.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I'm a badass and I'm going to go, steal this sword from the Lich King right now.
Right. And they did a really good job too, I think, with individualizing that story to each class as well. So you felt like you were doing something for your class.
Yeah.
So like the paladins were going to like fight the holy fight, and all that kind of stuff.
And you had your whole class hall campaign too,
Yeah, exactly.
And it
and
came
it was
to
developed all the
resolution.
way through.
Yeah.
Right. Like that went from every single level along the way. Like they had a part of that campaign story that you followed along with.
Yeah.
Mill, why are you smirking over there?
My girlfriend put on like a face mask or something, but it has like a cat face on it. She just kind of scared me.
And then you got really aroused and you were then
freaky.
confused and scared.
So you guys both big WoW, huh? Catalyst?
Yeah.
Legion.
Oh, Legion. Which one is Catalyst? Is that like the first one?
A long
There's-
time ago.
There
That's
is
like
no-
3 ago.
There's no catalyst.
There's no
There's
catalyst.
Or
no
Cataclysm.
Catalyst? What about
Cataclysm.
Cataclysm?
Yeah.
My bad.
How dare you?
Yeah. I can't think of any like great stories that I played this year, but I think I'm going to have to go with Doom just because I love how they push the story forward in that game. Like the main character is just so no bullshit, no time for talk. Like anytime Sam Hayden, I think, tries to talk to him or tell him what to do, he's just like, fuck you. Or
And does it
Sam
his own
Hayden's
way.
just like, no, save those pods because we need to, keep them for research purposes. And then he just walks into the room, Doom Guy, and just like destroys them right away. It's so good.
Yeah. They gave Doom Guy a lot of character.
Yeah, I haven't finished it, but I definitely like the pace of that story.
Sure.
Wally, what you got?
Tyranny. The RPG. The
yeah,
story
you played
is.
a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
that's
played it
right.
through 3 times.
Wow.
Back to back to back because I wanted to see. 'Cause they crafted it in such a way that so many different endings and angles and choices, and you play as the front guard. Well, let's just say you're in a fantasy world where the entire continent's been conquered, right? And there's only one area of the continent left that's resisting, and it's about to fall. And you are kind of a judge, jury, and executioner type for this winning faction. And you are a bad guy. You work for evil. And you have to make choices about whether or not to be loyal or not loyal or what benefits you the most and all kinds of weird shit. It makes the entire experience turn on its head because whenever you play an RPG where there's choices, sometimes you always want to be that good guy, sometimes you don't. But if you do, it makes the entire experience liberating and so surreal and weird and open because you start from a position on the back foot of being the bad guy and people treat you like it, and it's like, but no, don't hate me. Well, they do because you represent the face of what destroyed everything they know and love. So it's really cool. I can't. Great RPG. If you like RPGs with choices and branches, play it.
Cool. Yeah, maybe I'll pick it up. I don't know. It's turn-based, right?
It's turn-based. It's just like Divinity, but it's done on it's done on a newer engine designed to look like an older one. So it's really cool.
Oh, okay. Tyranny. Best story for the community. Any guesses?
Well, Millpool's been right every time, so we're gonna go with Doom.
Maybe. I don't think it's going to be Doom, honestly. I think
Maybe some Fez.
maybe Final Fantasy. I don't know. Could be Fez.
Actually, I'm gonna guess Battlefield 1. Serious guess.
Well,
it had
what?
it had well, yeah, like that game had multiple stories
Right.
that were interesting.
Yeah, it was cool. But this is where Millpool loses his streak. Because
Yeah, what'd they pick?
the community went with a wild card.
Oh,
And
yeah?
that they picked Dark Souls 3 as the best
Oh.
story.
It is an interesting lore if you can swallow it all.
Yeah, I think lore is a good word for it.
Is there a lot of storytelling in that game though?
It is, but it's all behind you.
Yeah, it's like atmospheric almost.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, everything that happened before you got there. That's always been kind of the motif. So you have to piece together what transpired by bearing witness to what's left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was close, though. One vote under Dark Souls 3 was Titanfall for the community.
Oh yeah.
Titanfall 2.
I'm surprised you didn't pick that, Guido.
I almost did. But that's why Nasty talked me out of it. Because I was so invested in my character on WoW.
Oh, WoW just had me like hook, line, and sinker for that like 6 or 8 weeks that we played it.
And it wasn't like usual WoW investment in previous iterations where I
No.
would just min-max. And
Right.
I mean, it was that. I wanted to be powerful, but I also I felt like I was the fucking leader of the Rogues Guild at the end of it.
I feel like I was disappointed that we didn't finish that raid more because I wanted to see the story that unfolded with everything.
So did I. I wanted to see the end.
Less about the fact that like I didn't get the gear, which is different because WoW in the past for me has always been like gear, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, good job. This one, the community had a lot of trouble with this category.
Yeah, were they all over the place?
Yeah, a lot of them were given a lot of answers that were not made in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Witcher 3,
Witcher 3, Undertale.
Undertale.
There's a few
There was
votes.
there was an expansion for Witcher 3 that came out this year. It's supposed to be like almost better than the
Blood and Wine.
original story. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal.
Several votes for Pokemon Go.
Yep. Just a lot of
Great
lore
story.
there.
Fucking story. It's like through the roof.
I mean, if you take all the Pokemon lore into account, there's at least some story there.
There is,
Hey.
but not in this game. Like, this is the least lore or story-driven Pokemon game that existed.
Fucking edgelord joke answers.
Make your own
Jesus.
story, man.
Yeah, make
Walk
your own
around
story.
town and make your own story.
Isn't that the best story? The story you make on your own.
You get robbed and stabbed, maybe. That's a
One kid
great
got
story.
shot where I'm from.
Sure.
God.
Let's see what else. Oh, The Last of Us someone picked. Yeah, they just had a lot of trouble with this.
Last of
Last of Us,
Us came out
Jesus.
like 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
That is a great story, though.
When
Was
did
the
Fallout
remastered
4
edition
come
this
out?
year?
Did Fallout 4
Oh, yeah.
come out
Last
this
year? 2 years
Remastered.
ago?
No, it was a year
Fallout 4
ago.
was last year.
Oh, because
Yeah,
well,
remastered, I think.
we have like about 4 votes for Fallout 4.
God damn it.
The
It's not even
Stanley
a
Parable.
great story.
Oh, Dragon Age, Inquisition.
Yeah, it's just- you guys, come on. You did great on all the other categories. It was just this
What happened
one.
here?
I don't know. And there was also like for best music and best sound, there were a few people that were like, "What's the difference? What's the difference, eh? Between
Yes.
music and sound?"
I don't know if we needed both.
Yeah, we probably did.
It's a big
Categories.
difference, though.
It is a
Like,
big
music in a game versus the sound effects in a game are two complete different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could just take it as one thing.
You
I
could.
think.
You're right.
A lot more people did not fill out best sound than best music. Best music has way more answers than best sound.
Okay.
Dude, you got a good sound, bro.
Sweet. That wraps it up for the game categories. Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
Good job. Holy shit, we're at an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to wrap this up.
Oh, we're not wrapping up. We'll pick up the pace a little bit. Let's get some of the fluffer ones out of the way. We can do those pretty
Ooh,
quick.
fluffers.
What's your favorite mobile game of 2016? Did you guys play any games on your phone?
No.
Yeah.
Ones that you came back to?
Yeah.
I would have to go with the. Oh, this is so close.
If I fucking have one, actually. God damn it.
Mario Run is gonna edge it out. I was gonna
Oh,
say Pokemon
Mario.
Go, but Mario Run I think is gonna edge it out. Not a big fan of the paywall, but I've been playing that game for the past like 2 weeks, pretty
Yeah,
much
but
whenever
you-
I sit down.
It's a one-time paywall. It's like
Yeah,
buy
I
a
know.
game.
I know. I just have only played the 3.
That's like saying a demo. Like there's a paywall to a demo of a game.
Not a big fan of that.
No?
No, just don't give me the game at all.
Yeah.
Don't let me demo.
My favorite mobile game of 2016 is friend of the show's
Clear choice on this one.
Butterscotch Shenanigans, a little title called Crashlands.
Good old
Came out this
Crashlands.
year.
Did
earlier
that come out this year?
Yeah, very
That came
early
out
in
at
the
like
year.
the beginning of the year then, huh?
Yeah. It's a full, indie PC game on your
Yeah.
phone.
It's
a fun
fun.
game.
It is a fun game.
It's
Yeah.
not like a little mini game.
No, and it plays well too on
Right.
mobile.
Super intuitive with the touch screen. Funny. The text is funny. Sounded good. Art design was great. Like
Yeah.
all around great game. It
Yeah,
would be
great game.
like just as a PC game, it would be up there for me.
And
If
you
you
can there's cross save too, right?
Yeah, you can save it on your mobile device and then fire it up on your PC, play it on a big screen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty sweet. I played
That's good.
a ton of that on mobile. That's going to be my choice too.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. They just did an awesome job with it.
They did. I feel like it would be more intuitive, honestly, on a mobile device than it was on PC. Because I got it on PC, and I could see it being a lot more intuitive on a mobile device. It's a game
Wally,
I didn't play enough
you
of.
said you had one.
Yeah, Star Trek Timelines.
I don't even know what that is.
Uh,
You're just a sucker for the fucking IP, aren't you?
Oh, fuck yeah, I am.
Is it one of those trading card games where you got to get
No.
Kirk and Spock and they battle each other?
No. It is a gimmick though. It's a mission gimmick game, but you basically can recruit. Okay, here's the premise. Q takes you aside and says, "Look, something happened that rammed all the timelines together. So you can, under that premise, you can recruit characters throughout the entire pantheon of Star Trek to be on your crew to accomplish tasks for you, to unlock other crew and items and stuff like that. And you can get like a better ship and all kinds of stuff. It debuted a year or two ago, but it didn't hit final release until 2016, where they added a whole bunch of finalized graphics and sound. And it's a time hole. It's an IP thing. It was fun, but
Sure.
I felt I should say that because it did suck up almost 3 months of my summer.
No, there's been a few like Marvel games and shit that I would have never downloaded if they were not the Marvel IP. That's why I say that. Cool. Community's favorite
Pokemon Go.
was a little
Pokemon
game
Go.
called Pokemon Go
Yeah.
by a large margin.
Not surprised.
Yeah,
People-
I mean, it was a phenomenon,
It swept the nation.
It really did.
Yeah.
including us.
Yeah, it swept us. Very few votes for Crashlands. There's like 2,
Really?
and one of them's probably mine.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely check that game out, Crashlands, if you haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not very expensive on mobile. I think it's like $7 or $8, and it's
If
like
that, I
a
thought it
full
was like
game, and
5.
it's really good. Yeah, it might even be cheaper.
A lot of games I've never heard of. A lot of games that people seem to not. They don't play much mobile games because they give troll answers.
Mobile's
Right.
kind of a weird thing
weird
because there's
category.
so many games on mobile, and it's hard to like find the good ones. I don't know anyone who really talks about mobile games that much to know what's good.
Right. One write-in was none. They suck.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, I disagree. I mean, I think there's a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah.
They're just kind of hard to
do
find.
disagree. Super Mario Run was the second most out of after Pokemon Go, but Pokemon Go is just
By a
a lot
landslide.
of these votes. Yeah, people love their Pokemon Go. Are they still playing it now though? Probably not.
No.
I fired up Crashlands while I was pooping earlier today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I might have to get back into that.
I might need to get it on mobile because then I can actually fire it up like when I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on an iPhone now too, so.
Okie dokie. Good job, everybody. What's another one? How about let's just burn through favorite League of Legends champion?
All right.
Sure.
Of the year,
Yeah. Well, just I guess
I got to go
just
Karma.
in general.
My main bitch, Karma.
Okay.
Let me
No, I
guess
think
yours,
we-
Gweeds.
I think we should do champs that came out this year, right?
No, because I haven't played any of them.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
this was-
actually, I
this
could
is
pick one.
just everybody in the community who just picked their favorites.
I would think that for me, if I had to pick one though of the year, it'd be Talia. She was really fun. I like her kit. I haven't played her since like the first couple of weeks after she got released, though.
My favorite is always and has always been Twisted Fate. I haven't played him this year at all, though. I think
No, I don't think
I
I've
don't
seen
think I
you
have
play
any
a game.
mastery points in him. At
No,
all.
You've been playing other people for videos. That's why.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Zach.
Zach's up there. Millpool, you got a favorite league champion? Quickly.
I want to pick one that came out this year, and I think Jin did. Jin is pretty cool.
Did Jin
Nice.
come out this year?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Well,
Jin came out this year.
I think Jin is a great.
I know
design,
Jin came out this year because we were talking about Jin with Dash last year at this time.
Yeah, he came out in.
And he was that was his
February?
teaser. Yeah.
Oh yeah, February 13th.
Yep.
Oh wow. Yeah, Jin's up there for me, I guess.
Aurelion
Jeez, it feels
Sol
like
is
forever
also
ago.
pretty cool.
Yeah, Aurelion Sol is cool. I wish I haven't played him yet, but I'd like to.
Well, you
Community?
favorite league.
Oh, Wally.
Ivern.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you play a lot of Ivern.
Oh, it's
You love,
constantly.
you love his jungle mechanics.
Oh yeah, I'm
Can
all
you give us
about
a brief
it, man.
synopsis of how his jungle mechanics work?
Oh yeah, he does stuff, and it's really
Because
cool.
I sure as fuck don't know.
Oh, okay. The community, it was tied, surprisingly, because people, they must have been thinking this year, or at least half of them were, because that's a lot of champions for there to be a tie. And there were a lot of votes. Well, nah, actually, it's like.
I mean, I think that's the way to do it. It's champion of the year.
Yeah.
So what did they pick?
It's a tie between Jin and Ivern.
Oh, there you go.
No, nice.
Yep.
They had to have been thinking this year then.
Got vote for fuck League of Legends, kill yourself.
I'm behind. Yeah, okay.
I don't
Little
remember that
aggressive,
specific
little aggressive,
champion.
Yeah. We got to vote for Lux Titties.
Oh, I'll vote for that.
I like Lux's titties.
Let's see. Nice vote for. I never played that game in my life. I think I've seen a Jinx cosplay once, so Jinx. There you go. Nice work, everybody. One vote for Diva.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
DVDA.
Solid.
Yeah. Guys, what was your favorite Millpool clone that was premiered this year?
Oh, this year? Oh.
By far the gay one.
I guess not premiered, just in general, ever.
Filter Millpool.
Good pick.
Filter Millpool is definitely up there. But I don't know. The gay hunting lodge Millpool was by far, I think, one of my favorites.
That wasn't a
That was a
Millpool.
bit.
Yeah, his name was Bill McClintock.
Yeah, that was the owner of an actual lodge that called in. And
Come on.
I just
get
like
your
Filter
bits right.
Millpool's bright and happy personality. He's always selling.
Yeah. Geez, I don't know. There's been so many over the years. Game of the year Millpool is pretty good right now. He's really nailing it home. Good job. You're a fresh
Hey,
Millpool
thanks.
too. Geez, I don't know. I gotta go with the.
Do we have
Filter
so
Millpool.
many?
Filter was good. It's everyone. It's the community favorite also.
Oh, I'm sure.
Filter salesman Millpool.
Cesspool Millpool.
This is what Biggie wrote. Filter salesman Millpool.
Do you want to know my favorite?
Yeah, what's your favorite?
I think I would pick Future Millpool. I don't know if that qualifies, but I had a lot of fun coming up with tweets when I made his Twitter account 2 years ago.
Do that. Yeah, community loved Filter Millpool. 2 right in the row for Alan Thick.
Yep. That was a
Good
good
old
one.
Alan Thick.
Any Millpool clone that sees another dead Millpool?
There is that hesitary confusion.
Yep. One just wrote good bit. Another one just wrote Jay Reed. Mexican Millpool? I don't know if that ever happened.
I don't remember that.
A few votes for Millpool fed Millpool fed Millpool.
I like to think that there's a Millpool out there with an eye patch and is covered in scars that's leading a faction of ragtag Millpools that managed to escape and actualize their existence.
Yeah. There's quite a few that are like, who's Millpool, or just like don't get it. And I'm pretty sure those are people that probably clicked on my tweet or something that don't listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
Someone just wrote episode 33. So I don't know what that is in reference to. There must be some sort of Millpool in there. That sounds right about filter Millpool time. And then the gay one. So everyone.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite esports player of the year? Do you have a favorite esports player that played this past year? One that you would look forward to watching?
This is a good question.
Guido from Just Okay Guides.
I wrote.
Wally, how much LCS did you watch this year?
Goose egg, buddy.
Well, we were at fucking the
Oh,
quarterfinals.
I thought you meant like on Twitch or something. Of course, I saw it at a quarterfinals.
Eyes were
Yeah.
closed the whole time.
Yeah, when I was
I'm
in
not
the
watching,
theater,
I'm not
when I was
watching.
in the theater, I may have caught a little bit of League of Legends. Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I wrote
But,
a double lift for my pick.
Did you?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
kind of thinking him.
You sound so upset to make that choice.
I just,
Paul Belter.
it's tough to pick. They're all so similar.
They are.
They are.
And
That's
he's
racist.
the one that has the most character, I'd say, especially
Right. Yeah.
like non-streaming character, because
Right.
Sneaky and Meteos both have their characters on their streams and stuff, and I'm
Yeah,
sure others
Meteos
are.
just got flamed on Reddit for being drunk on New Year's Eve and playing
because he was feeding.
hard. I think that I'd have to pick Afro. I like
Afro?
watching Afro. Yeah,
He's fun. Good
he
support.
plays some good supports.
Yeah.
Wally accidentally reveals that he sometimes watches.
The favorite in the community is the one and only Faker. Faker is the favorite in that category.
The undying one.
Yep. Wow. Faker had, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 votes. I myself had 5 votes. Coming in second place. Right behind Dyrus with 4 votes. So, fuck you, Dyrus. Future guest of the show. Yeah. Someone voted for Roy Buckshot Jones.
That was me.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
He's an old NASCAR driver from the late 80s.
I just imagine a League of Legends player with that name. And here comes Roy Buckshot Jones out. He's taking the Vi pick in jungle.
Wait, you know who my favorite esports player is? The fictional guy we came up that was in that gyroscopic chair.
Yeah, I want to change my vote.
Everybody's like looking at him all hate-filled.
The only one.
It takes an hour and a half to set up his rig.
Is a VR helmet on? And he's in a gyroscope? That's the
Expressions
premise?
behind him. Everyone just looking at him and just hating him so much.
What's your favorite team?
Esports?
Yeah, esports team. Do you have a favorite?
It's probably TSM for me this year.
Yeah, I would probably say TSM as well. They had
wrote in-
quite the people.
I wrote
Yeah, they
in
had a great
Cloud9,
run.
but honestly, I don't really care. I'm with Wally on this one.
Yeah.
Wally, you're gonna go with Cloud9? Can we be brothers?
Yeah,
in
sure.
this?
Cloud9.
Okay, great. Perfect. And the community picked TSM, of course.
Of course.
Cloud9 came second, probably. A few votes for CLG. Nox Luna. One vote for I honestly don't watch LCS, and the only reason why I know some players and some teams is because I watch their YouTube content, and it's their name. So C9, I guess, because Sneaky is a meme. So someone gave us a whole paragraph there.
Thanks.
Way to go. Just Okay Pros, someone wrote in for their favorite esports team. One day we'll get there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's see what else we got here.
Oh, there's more.
what do we got?
How many
Oh,
more are there?
We're winding down. We got
Oh my
3
God.
more jokey ones, and then the final 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, this isn't a jokey one, but best new character. Is there a character that came out this year that is your favorite? Best new character. So that means anything that was released on League, pretty much any Overwatch character, any characters that were created this year. It doesn't have to be. It could be in a story game too. Could be
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
I got one right off the cuff.
Yeah,
It's
what
the
is it?
one, the robot from Titanfall 2.
That would be BT 2724,
Yes, that's my vote. I put him in that one.
aka Optimus.
Yeah, he's so good. Such a great character.
Yeah. That is
Talk
my
about a
vote
good
also.
Single player ending, fucking phenomenal.
It was great. It made you feel something. For nothing. Made you feel something for nothing.
It was free. Wait, no, it wasn't.
It's the exact opposite of.
No, I mean like it was not. It was a robot. He's a robot.
It's true.
Wait, he's a robot?
Yeah,
a robot.
BT is a robot. He's a Titan.
He's your Titan buddy.
And the game does a really good job of connecting you with him. And spoiler alert, it's sad.
Oh, he dies?
No. His mom dies.
Oh, fair enough.
Do you guys have a favorite character? Nasty, Millpool?
I'm having trouble thinking of anyone.
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite. Yeah, I don't really have a favorite. I think that my favorite, not because it's my favorite, but I think that it's kind of trolly, is gonna go. I'm gonna go with Tracer, just because of the whole Overwatch bubble butt pre-release bullshit that went off, and then right at the end of the year they came out and said that she was a lesbian the whole time. So all these people that were freaking out because she had like the bubble butt pose, was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos to you there, Blizzard.
Good job, Blizz. Millpool, you got a favorite character?
No.
It's a tough one for you. Why are you having so much trouble?
I don't know. I guess I didn't like any characters of 2016. I mean,
You didn't like any,
Overwatch.
or you just liked a lot of them and you can't pick? 'Cause you have to like. I mean, you play Overwatch a lot. There has to be one character that you play the most.
Any Overwatch character. I mean, the one that I did play the most, I think, was Pharah. Technically, her and Soldier 76 are my 2 highest. So, yeah, sure, I'll go with Pharah.
Okay. Nice work. Farrah's cool. She's got a rocket gun. Can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Community. It's unprecedented, folks. We got
Yeah.
a 3-way tie.
A three-way tie.
Three-way.
3-way tie.
A
I
three-way.
love three-ways.
Out of all the characters that were released in 2016, there's a 3-way tie. And that tie is Noctis from Final Fantasy 15.
Okay.
I don't know who that is. It might be the
Neither do
main
I.
character. Maybe.
None of us know. Fuck off.
Okay,
I thought it was Cloud.
None of us
no,
played
that's
that.
Final Fantasy 7.
Oh.
BT 2724 from Titanfall 2.
Okay.
And Ivern from League of Legends.
Oh,
A lot of people liked Ivern.
I could see Ivern. He's a fun little character.
Glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Few votes for Guido. Quite a few for Junkrat, it seems. People like
Oh, I
Junkrat.
could see Junkrat. He's got a cool character.
Yeah.
He likes explosions and shiny things.
Yep.
Have any of you played Dishonored 2?
No.
No, I want to, but I'm waiting for a big sale.
Apparently, there's a character named Emily that a few
Yeah.
people voted for.
It's the little girl from the first one, all grown up.
Yeah, Doom Guy got a few votes.
It's not a new character, though.
Yeah, he's definitely not a new character.
Like, I would have said him, but I don't
Yeah.
think he's a new character.
Another person voted for Mario in Mario Run.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great new character.
Definitely new character.
One of the best
He's a
new
plumber.
characters of 2016, I think. Cool. Cool. Okay, how about who is the most fuckable character? Most
Period?
fuckable game character. I think this could be anyone.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Men, women, robots.
anything. You want to fuck it.
I'm gonna go with that little lesbo.
jeez.
Once you
Tracer.
can't have her, you want her even more, right?
Oh yeah, exactly.
You gotta.
Gotta go with the little lesbo Tracer.
Right. Yeah, I wrote down Tracer too.
She's pretty fuckable.
Pretty fuckable.
My waifu,
I mean, out of the Overwatch girls,
Widowmaker.
yeah, I don't know if I'd pick Tracer. I did this as a joke because I also picked Tracer as most unfuckable.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because you can't. Because
Right,
she's a lesbian.
Exactly.
I like that.
So yeah, out of the Overwatch girls, probably Diva would be my pick.
Oh, Diva is a cutie.
Yeah.
You just can't ever see her because she's in her fucking robot until. That's why I love when she jumps out. Little tight booty jumps out.
Wally, Millpool, you got anything? Are you guys starting to check out?
I'm checking out
No,
hard.
I was thinking about it.
No, I'll admit it.
I'm going to go with Emily from Stardew Valley because I'm currently trying to get with her right now.
Yeah.
Ooh,
She's my future bae.
nice. She's a cutie. Cutie
Oh, yeah.
cutie.
Yep.
Cool. Wally, you don't even want to try?
Well, I said Widowmaker for fuckable.
Oh, okay. Great.
Unfuckable, I don't give a shit.
Unfuckable? Do you guys?
Oh, we have to pick.
The community picked Tracer as the
Oh,
most
okay.
fuckable.
Go figure.
Yeah. Tracer.
For unfuckable though, can it be of all time or are we just doing this year?
Lots of people commenting on her being gay.
Yeah.
Tracer, post lore update. Tracer, in parentheses, she's gay. Tracer, specifically because she's gay.
Awesome. Okay. Good.
They want to fuck the gay out of her, apparently.
I mean, some of these could be girls voting, right?
Someone wrote,
Yeah.
I mean, it could be girls, man.
It could be
Yeah.
a girl voting. Very good
someone
point.
wrote that skeleton from Doom. Here's a gay or female vote.
A gayer.
For Nathan Drake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken
Very fuckable.
Yeah. He's a handsome man.
Masters? Who's Ken Masters?
No idea.
Sounds like a car salesman.
Someone voted. Oh, sorry, I'm reading fucking unfuckable.
Yeah. I was going to say a lot of these seem.
Yeah. But Tracer definitely did win fuckable by far.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was worried.
Lux
A long
got a few
shot.
votes for fuckable.
Ooh,
Unfuckable?
Gonna go with that Ergot.
Ooh,
That
yeah,
Ergot.
good one.
Yeah.
People forgot about the ergot.
Forgot about the got.
Yeah.
Don't get got.
The community picked Roadhog.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much the same like character body as
Yeah.
Ergot. Like just a patchwork of whatever the fuck they decided to put together.
Pretty hideous. I agree.
Right.
Sweet. For both of these questions, one person wrote, "What is wrong with you?"
Goat?
I don't know, but they must not listen to the podcast.
Yeah, must be a Twitter follower.
Most unfuckable Pikachu. Yeah, that's it. Car from Rocket League.
That would, that would
I
qualify.
mean, technically, yeah, that's
Yes, it
definitely
is
true.
technically unfuckable.
A snoreboard from Steep.
Yeah, I could see that.
A snoreboard?
Yeah. All right, great job. Now we're getting into the bread and butter.
The knit tea
Yep.
grit tea.
3. How do you guys want to do it? Work our way up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the worst game of the year.
Okay.
Worst game of 2016.
I forgot what I wrote. Fuck.
Yeah, I have 2 in mind, but I'm going to go with my gut here.
Okay.
And I'm going to say the worst game, the least enjoyable game of 2016 for Guido would have to be a little game called Battleborn.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Battleborn. Just a trash pile of
Yeah.
a game.
God.
I
Not a good
tried.
game.
I tried to play that. I have more time in No Man's Sky than Battleborn.
Oof. Really?
Yep.
Ouch.
And No Man's Sky was, it was my pick. I was thinking of it, but I was like, no. It was bad for a lot of reasons, but Battleborn just did not have anything good going for it. It felt clunky. The characters were uninteresting and rehashes of already popular characters in other games. It was so just full of shit that you had to do, like different objectives. It was confusing. It was not streamlined at all. The matchmaking was borked to shit when I tried it, and this was at its high point when they gave it away for $5 in the Humble Bundle, when it had 2,000 playing concurrently. It was still shit. It was just not a good game.
Fair enough.
Not a good game. Do you guys have picks
Yeah.
for your shittiest game of the year?
I can't remember what I picked.
I don't know if this game came out this year.
I mean, you made a strong case for Battleborn. I played
Right.
that. I mean, I tried to give that a shot as well, and everything you said is true. It's just a clunky mess.
Yeah. I mean, shittiest game of the year, it's easy because there's a lot of games that come out and they're okay, You'll play them, they're forgettable. But it's really hard to be a very bad game because, one, you probably wouldn't play it because word would get out that it was so bad.
Right.
And, yeah, I mean, it narrows the field down quite considerably.
Oh, I think I got one.
What is it, Wally?
Go for it.
The Mega Man ripoff. What was it
Mighty
called?
Number 9.
Yes, that did not deliver on its promises.
Yeah, I heard about that. Did you play it?
I did. I didn't get very far and I refunded it, but it didn't really grab me. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
It was promised to be like a Mega Man and it wasn't, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that was a common complaint with that game. Nasty Millpool, are you picking Battleborn?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with Battleborn.
I don't really know if Okay, I don't know if this game came out this year, and I can't really find. So I'm going to pick a different game. And I don't know if it's quite the worst game of the year, but it's
But that's
definitely
the
a game.
category.
Well, I mean, like, it's the worst game that I've played of the year.
Okay.
You know, because we're supposed to be picking games that we've played, not
Yeah.
games that we haven't played. So I'm definitely going to have to go with Pokemon Go. And I think that the reason that I'm choosing this is because it instantly felt repetitive, and all that you were looking for was something new, and nothing new ever really came around. Like, for the first 2 days I played, it was fun, it was interesting, and then it was just like crack, where all that I did was just like look to spin this fucking thing as often as I could, and then try to catch the same fucking things, and then refund them. And then it was like, what am I even doing? Like, I'm literally just walking around on my phone right now and not doing anything or paying attention to where the fuck I'm going, for that matter, either.
Yeah. I didn't play Pokemon Go. I think I downloaded it and tried it for a few minutes, and
That's what I did.
It was not for me. It didn't click.
I was outside for 5 minutes, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And there's
But at the same time, I could understand why people would get behind it.
Right.
Because I think back when we had the talk about Pokemon Go, I was like, if this was like Marvel characters that you had to go track down and hire onto your team to go take over, other bases, then I'd be on board. But
I think that's where they dropped the ball, is that there wasn't taking over a base. It was you against AI. It was never you fought somebody else. And that was probably my most frustrating part about it, is it was like this big culmination to nothing. And it was like I invested a week or two, and then it was like for absolutely no reason but to go catch more fucking Pokemon. And that's not what I got into Pokemon for in the first place. I wanted to battle, and I wanted to do that kind of stuff, and that's what I enjoyed with Pokemon, not this just go catch something for the sheer factor of catching.
But that's their motto, Nasty. You gotta catch them all.
I know, but that's not how I play Pokemon. I don't catch them all.
You don't want to catch it.
I want to catch like 5 and make them badasses and kill everybody else.
You gotta catch them all.
So.
Yeah, there was like no gameplay in that game. It was
No.
just collecting.
Yeah, it was like a boring mini game, and then it was just like you would sit there sometimes and waste 30 or 40 Pokeballs, then have to walk around to a bunch of different fucking stops and spin the stupid thing.
How dare you talk about my pick for Game of the Year like this? I just will not stand for it.
Oh, gosh.
Great. Let's see what the community picked. You guys want to guess, or should I just tell you?
Just
Tell
tell
me.
me. There's too many games out there.
Is it
Really? You
Pokemon
guys
Go?
don't-
no.
Is it
Definitely
Pokemon
not Pokemon Go. This is the largest. It won by the largest margin by any of the past categories.
Wow, a landslide, huh?
Firewatch?
Okay.
Far landslide. No, definitely not Firewatch. It's a little title called No Man's Sky.
Oh, right.
Wow.
Yeah,
should've
I was
known.
thinking of picking that one instead of Battleborn.
They should all relax.
You just gotta chill out.
That music,
Chill
though,
out.
bro. Just chill out to the muse, bro.
Mill, you fought me so hard on No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
I
How
don't-
young and naive I was.
Like, I don't think it would have been a bad game if it wasn't pitched poorly. If it wasn't
Right.
promised so much more. If they would have just said what it was at release, then everybody would have expected this, kind of boring, mediocre game where you just relax and travel the earth
Yeah.
or the skies, I
Universe.
suppose.
Yeah.
But then they couldn't charge $60 for that because there just
Right.
wasn't enough there.
Right.
I mean,
Definitely
you're
not
right though. If they put it on Steam as like a like an alpha or a beta game, and they're like, yeah, we're still working on this, but you can play it now for $20. Then,
Right.
Yeah, it would have
It
been
a different story. I bet it would have been wildly successful. So No Man's Sky, I understand why people said it. It promised a bunch of stuff, and it didn't deliver. And
Yeah. It's not a great game.
right, definitely not a great game, but fucking Battleborn, come on, guys.
Yeah, that was a mess.
Glad I dodged that bullet.
Yeah. like Battleborn was a game that was made with the intention of selling at that price point, $60 full.
It came out
It came
the
out-
same week that Overwatch came out. Like people were talking about like, should I get Overwatch or Battleborn?
Right. Oh man, Battleborn was so bad.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking.
I
I think they rushed to try to release when Overwatch released, to be quite honest.
agree.
Battleborn was the second, but I mean, just by a few votes, or there were only a few votes for Battleborn. Most of them are No Man's Sky. You got one other Pokemon Go person there, Nasty.
Solid.
One person picked. Oh, we got 2 votes for Overwatch. 2 people think
Really?
Overwatch. Think Overwatch is worse than Battleborn and No Man's Sky. Wow.
I mean, it's not my favorite game, but I mean, I don't think it's the worst game of the year.
All right. Let's see. Skyrim remastered. I could definitely get behind that because that was a cash grab, if anything. I mean, they gave it to the people that owned all the DLC and shit for Skyrim, but it was like the modding was so far behind because it was on a new mod engine. They had to redo a bunch of stuff that people needed for mods. The graphics were not that improved at all over regular modded Skyrim. And it just seemed like it unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
A few votes for The Division.
Ooh, I forgot about that game.
The shittiest game of the year. But yeah. That's No Man's Poop, someone wrote. Someone wrote not No Man's Sky. The PR team did a boo-boo, but everyone that was disappointed only have themselves to blame. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of
I don't think that's true. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think
well-
it was anyone's fault that they had the wrong impression of that game.
Yeah, they definitely misled people.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely misled people. Okay. I think it's time that we go on to one of my favorite categories when we do these. It's the 2016 Just Okay Game of the Year. Now, some people that may be, this may be their first Game of the Year episode that they're listening to. This isn't like, it doesn't get the Just Okay brand title. I mean, it technically does.
Technically.
It
But
literally
we're not
does.
saying like, it's not like the Kotaku Game of the Year or the IGN Game of the Year. We're not saying
it's
it like that.
not the best game of the year. It's
Right.
the
Right,
most
right,
just
right.
okay game of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It is the dead center, middle of the road, mediocre. Just like play it for a little bit and then forget about it.
Then
in
maybe
the
pick it back
following
up.
years. Maybe pick it up, give it a second chance. But then you're like, oh, I understand why I put this down. It had, it has some good things, but it's not great. Delete it
Yep.
from your library for a bit. Your friend is over. He's looking at your Steam library. He's like, oh, he bought that game? He's like, yeah, it's okay. Just kind of something like that.
Yeah.
Not good, not bad. Completely forget.
And it had to have come out this year.
Yes.
Just
2016. Just okay game of the year. Does anyone want to go first?
I think I know everyone's pick here.
Oh yeah,
Do you?
Do you?
Think so. I
would
don't
love
wanna
you
say it.
predict
Someone
mine.
else.
I would love you to predict mine.
Mine's not obvious.
Really? I thought you guys would pick The Division for sure.
I didn't play it, so.
Oh.
The Division's up there. But for me, it would be Battlefield 1.
Yeah. I was thinking
Yeah.
of picking that.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's good, but it's another Battlefield game.
Mhm.
Like it
can
does
see that.
everything that a Battlefield game should do, and you can't fault it for that. But at the same time, it does everything that a battle game game has done in the past. So you're just playing a reskinned version of Battlefield. So while it was fun, I hopped in a few multiplayer games and played through the whole campaign. I'm probably not going to play it again anytime soon unless someone really kind of twists my arm about it. But it was there. I played it. I enjoyed it. And now I'm just not going to play it ever again. In fact, if someone was like, hey, you want to play a Battlefield game? I'd probably be like, let's fire up Battlefield 4. You know? It's just a more modernized Battlefield
version
where you can drive helicopters and have modern weapons with cool scopes and stuff.
Fair enough.
So yeah, definitely Battlefield. Just Okay Game of the Year. Guido's pick for Just Okay Game of the Year.
My pick for Just Okay Game of the Year is going to have to be Overwatch. And I think it's like I said, I think I just missed the wagon with you guys, and I got stuck in the playing by myself to play catch up, and I enjoyed it. And then, but I felt like when somebody would ask me to play it, it would be like, yeah, sure, I guess, let's play that game, but I'd rather play something else at this time. And then WoW came along, and then I never went back and played it ever again, really.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was a good game. I enjoyed playing it while I played it. I just don't think there was anything really there to keep me hooked.
I have hope for you. I think you'll still catch a bug.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
I mean, it does. I see, like, you liked playing Battlefield before, and you like League of Legends, and it's just like a mix. I can't understand why you don't like it.
I like it. I don't like.
I get
like
why
it a
you
lot.
don't like it. I get why
Okay.
you don't like it. I just
It's not
like Nasty.
It's not an
is
FPS.
Nasty is an enigma to me. Like it should be pushing all of his buttons.
It should. I don't know what it is. It's just something about the game that just doesn't hold my attention. After I play like one or two matches, I'm like, all right, I'm done with this. Like, moving on. Maybe it's just the same old, like, I don't know, same maps, same bullshit.
Could be. Wally or Millpool, you got a Just Okay Game of the Year?
Just kind of just like 3 or 4 games on my mind that could maybe win this over each other. They're all so mediocre that definitely Battlefield 1 I have the same feeling about, and that would probably be my pick. I mean, I played it for a while, like pretty hot and heavy for week and a half, 2 weeks, and then it just dropped off to nothing from there.
Rainbow Six Siege?
That's mine.
Is that what you said? What did you say? Oh, The Division. My bad.
Me?
Yeah, you said the Division.
I was talking about Battlefield.
Oh,
1.
Battlefield. Okay.
Yeah, he said Battlefield
I
1, yeah.
zoned out for a second.
He thought we were he thought you were the Division.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game, I just fell off so hard from that game.
Right. Yeah, and it was, I don't know. I don't know what they can do to make me invested in that series again.
I
think I
can't
might
even
just
get
be
back
over
in.
it.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
I think it's, I mean, it's the same game. I think it's like Call of Duty, how, we just don't play those games anymore as a group, really, as much. Like when we all played Battlefield together, like that was a lot of fun, but I think we just moved on.
Sure. Wally, you got a Just Okay Game of the Year?
Yeah, it was Siege for me.
Siege?
I play a shitload of it. I really enjoy it.
Kotaku UK's Game of the Year? Is Wally's Just Okay Game of the Year?
Because I acknowledge its limitations. It just happens to be my favorite of the moment, but I certainly recognize its limitations. But I do enjoy it quite a bit.
You wouldn't pick The Division over this? Because
The
we had a
Division,
lot
I
of
think-
fun Division
here's
the first week or two it was out, and then nothing after
Well,
that. And they
the
just
problem is that the Division is a broader failure than I think the Siege is. I think Siege came out, had a troubled start, but they patched it. They have very attentive developers that listen to the player base. It's grown. It's matured. There's more content. It's fun to unlock it and participate and continue playing. It has that pick up and go aspect of Counter-Strike that I've always loved. There's no point where I could play Siege and go, oh, well, I'm not getting anything done with this. It doesn't happen. With Division, 0 to 60 was amazing. But I don't think the pleasure of the 0 to the max level equates what happens when you hit that wall, because that wall, it was big, it was hard, and you couldn't do anything with it. And after, when you hit that wall, that game was done.
Yeah.
I mean, we all just stopped dead cold, and we never went back.
Yeah,
And,
it was bad, that end game there, but I'm going to say one of my fondest memories of fondest gaming memories of 2016 was taking that day off on the Division release.
Okay.
And Wally and I just hammering out. Like, it was just such a great time.
If you want to like isolate that moment and take away the empirical balancing of the scales that I was attempting to do, then yes, I think that day we had off where we just fucked around and killed everything and leveled and explored the amazing world they built. Admittedly, it was great.
Yeah, I think I was thinking of the Division as well, but the reason I didn't pick it was because it was fun, getting to max level for that period. Those 30 hours or however long it took were a good time.
Yeah. Cool. Good job, everyone.
Oh.
There you go. What?
Yeah, not to be that guy, but Siege did come out in 2015.
Yeah.
That's true. It did technically. I think the Siege that I'm playing, but I never played it. Well, I guess the only caveat I can say is that the Siege of 2015 isn't the Siege of 2016. And since we allowed Blood and Wine in, let's just go with.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. The community pick. What do you guys think? You guys want to take a guess?
Just okay.
Just
Hoonie
okay
Pop.
game of the year.
The Division, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Division actually. So I feel like that was super hype when it came out. We had a big following on that.
It's the Rats game.
Rats Revenge or whatever.
Yeah.
Bad Rats.
Bad Rats.
Did people understand this category, do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
There is a clear winner,
Okay.
and it is a little title called Overwatch.
Oh.
Overwatch gets just okay game of the year. I feel the same as you.
With
Nasty.
me, huh?
I'm kind of happy. I felt vindicated by that in a way.
Battlefield 1 came in second. And then you got a few votes for Pokemon Go. Seems to roll up in third there.
Yeah, I could see that also being the just okay game of the year.
None of these picks are convincing me that people understood what they were voting for.
Really? We picked Battlefield 1.
Right, but...
I mean, all it is a list of game names. I don't know how I can convince you that people knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they would think that we would have picked that game. No, it's clear. It says it on the thing. It says not good, not bad, forgettable.
Oh, okay.
On the thing. So they had to be aware. It's their fault if they're not. Oh, we got Blade and Soul. Oh, that would have been a good one. Because I had a lot of fun with that one. But that was like a Division thing. Because I was playing with the Yordles people. And I had fun leveling up, but it just like fell off hard. Much like the Division. Someone wrote Super Hot, or any of the games Nasty ended up not buying and then gloating about because he was right.
What? Super Hot is fantastic.
Yeah, I thought Super Hot was great.
And Nasty also did buy it.
I did buy it, yep.
Yeah. Oh, Mad Max. I haven't played it, but I could feel like that one would be. It seems like it just like a Shadows of Mordor reskin.
Right.
Was that this year?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I think the movie came out at the beginning of the year.
It was excessively average game.
Yeah.
That was last year.
Was it?
Was it?
Yeah, September 2015.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That's how forgettable it was.
Well, we're on to the
The one and only?
2016 Game of the Year. The 2016 Just Okay Game of the Year.
Just Okay Gamers Game of the Year.
Sure, yeah. There, that's better. This is our picks for our favorite games.
We're picking more than one?
In the year. Well, I mean, I don't assume that we're all going to pick the same game.
All right.
Favorite games in 2016. Does anyone want to take the first shot at it?
Yeah, I'll go.
Go for it. Go for it, Mel.
It's Overwatch for me, no doubt. Probably played the most of that game. I think it's the best game of the year. Like, I don't know, just what they did with that genre and with multiplayer games in general. Like, the play of the game thing is pretty amazing if you think about it, and how they display the stats, the different champions, and
the fact that the play of the game is an algorithm, I think, is cool.
Right. I mean, that's like every game kind of needs something like that going forward. Every multiplayer game, I think, and it just makes you feel good playing it. Like, you never feel like it doesn't show you your KDA, so you always kind of feel like you're doing something useful. It rewards a lot of different things. I think it's very satisfying to play it, even if you're not into shooters or multiplayer games necessarily. Like, I think it's easy to get into and easy to have a fun time.
I couldn't agree more there, Millpool, because Overwatch is my 2016 Game of the Year. It does everything great. It does everything great. I can't think of a.
So why don't you play it anymore?
I do play it.
Do you?
He's played a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's actually ranked higher than me.
Millpool logged in. He was like, "Whoa! When did you play?"
Yeah.
What did you think? Like that I was like level 30 or something?
No, I didn't think you were over 100. I mean, I was over 100 at that point, but you were like 139 or something.
Yeah.
I guess we just haven't played a lot together.
No, I played hard at the beginning, and then Legion.
Yeah, you were
took
like
over.
in the 50s when I was playing with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I play it. I play with my sister a lot. I play with Louis a lot.
Yep, I could see that.
I can't think of an area where it falls behind.
Okay.
Every character feels good. Every character feels like unique in the game. They give the balance is pretty darn good, I'd think. Like, there's a character that will deal with another character that's giving you a problem. You just have to switch to it or have someone else play that.
Right, I think that's probably one thing that I do like about the game is that there is a immediate counter to something that might be causing your team a problem.
Sure. And it just makes you. It makes. It's. I don't know if it has a low skill floor. It makes it. The game makes itself feel like it has a low skill floor because it doesn't punish you horribly or make you feel embarrassed. Yeah, more make you feel embarrassed if you don't do great.
Yeah,
So
it kind of doesn't.
play.
It only shows like the people that are doing well, I guess. It never shows, like, it doesn't. You can't see other people's KDA. And at the end of the match, like, it highlights everyone that did well. And you get medals for doing different things well. Like, it only shows positive things.
Right.
I think that's like a really important thing that they focused on that other multiplayer games don't really do.
Yeah. And like you said, play of the game is a great addition. And when I've fired up Siege these past weeks with Wally or anyone, that's like one thing where I expect it now. So a game of Siege will finish, and I expect to see a play of the game. Someone getting shot behind a wall or something. But it doesn't happen, and there's like a part of
it does happen, but it doesn't happen based on an algorithm. It's the last kill, which is an automatic, almost soulless
Well, that's not
enterprise.
the...
That would be so
that's different.
awesome
That's
for
just the last-
Siege, too.
It would be awesome for Siege, yeah.
It's just a kill cam for the last
It's a
thing.
kill cam
Yeah,
for COD, yeah. It's soulless and empty compared to what Overwatch has.
I mean, that would be great for any game.
Sure.
Can you imagine?
It'd be great for Siege, though.
The end of a League game where
show
there's
the,
like
the
a play of a
pentakill
game?
that happened, like
a
just as
pentakill or just like a team fight or something.
right.
That'd be dope as shit.
That would be
like
pretty
it's
cool.
just a great idea that needs to be utilized in more games.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Yeah, definitely Overwatch. Overwatch did it for me.
Sweet.
What
Wally,
do you
would you
guys
like
got?
to go or you want me to go?
I'm good. I can go. It's Overwatch for me. No, just kidding. It's Titanfall 2. I really enjoyed the single player experience. It's the first time I think I've been excited about playing a single player FPS. Let's just say that again. Single player FPS that was
Not
good.
Make them. Just make them.
Just fucking make them again. Good
They're
God.
easy.
I mean, it's not even
make a
hard.
story
it's
where-
not even multiplayer.
The story in Titanfall isn't like superb. It's nothing new.
It's not fucking Shakespeare, no, but it's good.
It's awesome level design supported by a good story, a decent story.
Yeah, it was so fucking refreshing. Yeah, it was like a parched man going into an oasis in the desert. I just fucking loved it. I can't think of the. I've had multi. I mean, I know it's where we're at now and everything, but I've had multiplayer games shoved down my fucking throat for the last fucking half a decade, and I just wanted the fact that this even existed blew my mind, and the fact that it was even enjoyable. Between this and Doom, holy fucking shit, I was spoiled almost, and I just hope they do it more often.
Yeah. No, and I think that it goes back to what you said. Just put the checks in the boxes. You know what the fuck you're supposed to do for these games. Just do it. And don't give me some fucking half-assed version with a multiplayer game attached to it, where the multiplayer is the focus, and you're like, well, to make it $60 worth, we got to throw in a single-player campaign mode, too. Duh.
I mean, and in fairness to Overwatch, I think it probably is, outside of my personal preference, an objective game of the year. I'm just too from a different place with how I prefer my games. I'm a Siege guy, and I don't know what the mechanics of that are in regards to the differences, but I would love to see the advancements of Overwatch introduced into a game like Siege. That would only make my experience better.
Back to Titanfall. I considered it because the campaign is that great, and it was just what I needed at the right time, and it came out of nowhere too. Like I bought it on sale. I didn't expect anything. Like I heard some people like, "Oh, the campaign's really good," so I bought it on sale and I tried it, and it fucking blew me away. It was great, but I couldn't pick it because there's this whole other side of the game that I'm completely uninterested in, and
I
is
picked
a
it because
large
of
chunk
that.
of the game.
If we don't acknowledge and reward them for doing this, it will never happen again. So, I mean, I know I'm saying that from a philosophical point. They got my vote with my money, and I'm glad for that. But just from a purely anecdotal standpoint of spreading the word and evangelizing, if we don't reward them for doing this, it'll be like it never happened.
For Titanfall 2?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to say good job to the Titanfall 2 people. Thank you for making a quality first-person experience.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting their critical acclaim. Like, I've heard nothing but
Sales
things
were
about
the
how
shitter
good the
until
first-person story is in that game.
Good.
Yeah, hopefully it'd be great if they're just like, all right, fuck multiplayer. Let's put all our resources into a nice fucking 15-hour campaign.
My fear is money, though.
I don't think they're going to do that.
I don't think so either, but still, it'd be great if they did.
Yeah, it would be.
I
Which
mean,
is
at
exactly
this point,
why.
At this point, I wish I could just buy the single player for like $25 or something.
Why don't they do that? Like,
I
why
don't
do they
know.
have to? Why do
know.
they have to fucking couple this together?
It seems like an easy decision to make. Like more games should do that. Like any game should do that.
It
'Cause no one
dovetails
does
into
it.
And then literally you can offset your multiplayer low cost with more sales to pay for the single player that probably isn't going to sell nearly as much. But then if that takes off, then you get both of them paid for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would also have a nice side effect. I don't know if it would be good or bad, but there'd be almost in-house competition.
Right.
Like the
of
multiplayer
who did a
versus
better
the single player, and
Right,
they'd
the
be
dev
competing
teams
against
would
each other
actually,
that
like-
sell more copies.
right. And then, but so the only unfair advantage I see that single player has is that you get to actually get to a person. You know, like you have the opportunity to invoke some kind of feeling within somebody that's playing a game, whereas multiplayer doesn't really have that opportunity.
Oh, multiplayer definitely invokes feelings in me. It
well,
invokes
of
feelings in
anger.
you. Of anger,
And,
of
like,
success, of fucking...
Yeah, I
like,
mean more of like telling a story, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they both invoke feelings. They're just different types of feelings. But I see what
Right.
you're saying.
I mean, it's the same thing I'm saying. I'm backing them up on that. I feel like I've had multiplayer dynamics over and over again, which is fine. That's where the market's at. But the fact that they gave me something that I came from, I love first person shooters with a narrative single player focus. It just doesn't happen as much anymore.
Right.
I'm just really happy about that. So yeah, and my fear is in terms of the shouting it out is I know they got critical acclaim, but the sales were in the shitter. Mainly because of their timing and a whole bunch of weird shit that happened with Battlefield 1. Cross marketing had some conflicts and the developers weren't happy, but it's bouncing back. So hopefully that'll mean something. But I mean, I'll shout it to the rooftops if that helps get one more person to buy that game.
Sure.
Right. Okay, so I
Nasty?
had two.
I don't know if
actually
I can
three.
accept that. Oh, fuck
Three
off,
that.
dude. You
Well,
can't
no,
have
I'm not
three
saying.
games in
I'm
a
not
year.
saying three.
Who
I'm
are you,
not
Wally?
saying three.
You fucking played 3 games this year.
No, I had 3 games that came in really close for my top 3, but I think that I'm gonna have to pick. Battle Right is gonna be my game of the year this year.
Oh yeah, nice.
Nice.
And the reason why is that I like the different approach that they took to a very similar game, right? And maybe it's just because like it was my first time seeing it, and Bloodline Champions was very similar. I don't know, that's very possible. But just the gameplay was quick, fast, in your face. Games were over really quick, but yet there was a lot of counterplay and initiative taken by players. And I really enjoy it. And it's a great game to pick up and play for 15 minutes. And I enjoy the 15 minutes that I get to play it for. And I don't feel like I wasted time. Whereas like if I play a 45-minute game of League and I lose and just like people are trolling and stomping you, it's like, why the fuck did I even bother playing this game?
You put the time in too. I think you're well worth you being able to use that as an option.
I'm at 45 hours right now in that game. So
Yeah.
decent amount of time.
Yeah, it's a good game. It was a little bit of a flash. Well, I haven't played enough of it, I think. It just didn't catch me.
Fair enough.
And, but I could see it catching me. It was
Right.
just like...
You got to play with somebody, I feel like. That makes your experience that much better.
It's also just one of those games where, like, research helps a lot, I think.
Yeah,
And I think research through playing is kind of how I did it.
Yeah. It seemed. I mean, I gave it a shot. It seemed like a really well made game, but it was just like the learning curve of learning all the characters and all their abilities. Where I was like, I'm not super into this right now.
Right.
But yeah, maybe I'll go back to it. Like I could definitely see getting into it at some point.
Yeah.
It's fun just like running, and I always kind of just picked the way that I kind of did it was picked 1 range, 1 melee, and 1 support, and just kind of like play those 3 to try to understand them the most. And then you kind of just pick up on like what to watch out for and all that kind of stuff. But Stardew came in was my close second. But
Right. Yeah.
it's
That's
so hard.
my second for sure. I picked
Really?
it. I started playing it a week or 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, and I've been playing it nonstop. Yeah,
It's so
It's
fun.
a great game.
Yeah, I'm on my second playthrough, my second farm, I should say, right now.
Yeah, they patched and added a lot of stuff into it.
They did.
I started playing after the patch, so I don't really know all the differences, but yeah, it's a really deep game. Like there's a lot of stuff in it to do.
Right.
It was
It's
just
got a
one
lot
game
going
that
on.
I didn't understand. I mean, I couldn't get the appeal.
Yeah. If you're not into that kind of game, but
What do you do?
It's
Why?
definitely
Build
my
your
kind of
character.
game.
Yeah, but
You're a
why?
farmer. You farm.
Well, you don't have to farm.
farm.
You could farm. You could fish. You could
You
go
kinda-
adventure. You could
Yeah, there's a lot to do.
like.
Isn't it like Harvest Moon? 'Cause
It's
Yes.
exactly Harvest Moon,
okay.
but better. I mean, I haven't played a lot of the Harvest Moon games, but yeah, I'm pretty sure the creator like came out and said like, yeah, I made like a better Harvest Moon because I don't like where the franchise is headed.
Yeah. So
Yeah, there's a ton of
was-
stuff to do in that game.
so much. That's
yeah.
my close number 2. This time I'm focusing a lot more on farming, but it was a lot of fun. I don't know, just off of sheer time played in battle rate, I kind of won out.
What don't you get about that game, Guido? Have you played it or
Yeah,
what?
I refunded 2 games this year.
Was that one of them?
That was one of them. The other one was
Ooh.
Hyperlight Drifter.
Wow.
Didn't you refund Planet Coaster too?
Oh yeah, Planet Coaster 2. I did too.
So did I.
That one was my fault because I was like, this seems interesting. And then I was like, I don't know about this. Like, what am I doing?
Why did I
I don't
buy
need to
this?
build roller coasters. But
You were looking for a coaster game.
yeah, Stardew Valley, I fired it up, fished around, did some things, went, like, talked to villagers. I don't know. I just, like, felt, there's no direction. I don't know what to do.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's about running a farm. So you go buy crops. There's different crops every season. There's 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm. See, I just skipped that my first playthrough. I went straight for fishing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I can't imagine.
I did that this time.
I can't even. What? It's a
Yeah,
farming
I
game.
just-
You just straight up fish.
I straight up fished.
I mean, the
and
first thing that happens in the game is you inherit a farm.
Yeah. And
Better
then I
go
went
fish.
I don't know. The fishing
gonna
mini
plant
game was
crops.
really fun. Like, it's
Yeah,
a really
I've done
good
a lot of
fishing mini
Yeah.
game. And I got the farm that I have a bunch of water all around. So now I literally can just like walk out my door and go right up to the lake and start fishing. And that's my day.
Yep. Yeah, it's like a collection game. Like you go into mines and you,
Adventure.
go on
have to
adventures,
fight off some
fight
things.
enemies and collect ore.
Right.
And you smelt
then
the
there's-
ore for better tools.
And then there's the whole
just
magic background too, like with the whole wizard and stuff. So like there's a whole lot going on in that game.
Maybe the progression was just like not clear to me because to me, I fire up the game, some dude talks to me about inheriting a farm, shows me how to water shit, and I'm there like knocking rocks out and cleaning up stumps, and then occasionally I'll plant something and I'll have to go to bed.
Yeah.
And then I come out and
Yeah.
do it again. It just didn't, I don't know. I couldn't get into it. Bye. Go back
Yeah.
into Steam, baby.
That's fine. and I can see like there was no direction in that game. And I think that's kind of what I liked about it though. It kind of had that Minecraft-y like go figure out something on your own, and they could have done a little bit better like direction though, I guess, about it. Like
Yeah, I mean, when I play the game, like I have the wiki open pretty much at all times, and I'm looking at stuff, what I need to do, and then I have to like pause the game and plan out my day. Like, okay, what do I need to do today to be the most efficient?
Uninteresting to me.
yeah,
Like,
no,
I need
that,
to-
I'm the same way.
Water my crops in the morning, harvest
Oh
everything,
my God.
go sell everything, come back. If I want to go to the mines, or I check the weather first.
Yep.
If it's going
See
to
if
rain
it's gonna
tomorrow, then I go to the blacksmith to upgrade my watering can, because I won't be able to water my crops the next day because it takes him 2 days to upgrade my watering can.
Right.
Jesus
Like that's the
Christ.
kind of game it is.
Yeah.
And then there's
it's
all these
just like planning that shit out and time management and
right,
like fitting
There's-
everything in that you
and then
can.
there's all the relationships with everyone in town, which I haven't even gotten into. But
Right, and-
eventually you get a girlfriend and you get married.
Yep. And then you
It's
build
so
a barn
deep.
and you have animals and
Yeah.
you can like
All I can think of is that Rick and Morty episode where you play the life of a common man. It's not what is do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
You guys watch Rick and Morty?
Oh yeah.
Dave or something? Yeah. It's just like you're gonna get married and do the crime and everything. It sounds like a really great like simulator Japanese RPG farming thing. So I'd probably be into it actually.
Yeah, I mean it's Harvest Moon. If you've played
Yeah.
Harvest Moon before, then you know what it is.
I'm into it.
it was a really fun game. I had a lot of fun. I don't know. I lose so much time in that fucking game. I sit down and I play like 3
Yeah.
or 4 days and then it's like 2 hours later and I'm like, fuck, where did the time go?
Yeah, totally.
Speaking
Well,
of time, we're at
yeah.
almost 2.5 hours.
Oh god.
There you go, guys. That is our game of the year.
You don't even get a listener of the week this week. Fuck you guys.
No, I had voicemails queued up because I thought we would go quick.
Yeah, right.
I thought we would need. I think earlier today I said, "Are we going to be able to fill up an hour?" Of
I didn't think
Game
that
of
at
the Year
all.
talk?
Yeah.
These are
I
the
knew we were
best when
fine.
we can just talk.
Yeah, I
This is my
guess.
favorite podcast when we don't have like a schedule. We just do whatever.
I hope people like us being serious for 2.5 hours because it wasn't very funny.
There was
No, it
no
wasn't
joke.
funny at all.
You
I mean,
liked it?
that's our game of the year. That's
Yeah.
Hey, let us know what you think on iTunes. Go leave us a review because we're running low on whether or not you liked the Game of the Year episode.
We get one episode a year where we get to just talk about games seriously. Please give us that. No Alan Thicke jokes. No thick dick.
We did have some jokeroonies in there.
Oh, I
up
forgot
until
to
these
tell what
last
the
few.
community game of the year.
Oh yeah,
is.
what's the community game of the year?
the
Let
community?
me guess, a
game
little
of the year,
Overwatch.
And then cut it.
The community game of the year, much like our listener of the year last year. I can't do it.
Bye.
No, I
We can't do it.
The
Thanks
game
for
of the year
listening.
for the community is Overwatch.
Oof.
So
Look at
Overwatch
that.
won Game of
Just
the Year
Okay
and
and-
also Just Okay Game of the Year.
I can see why. Like
Yeah.
it is a good game, so I could see 50% of the people saying like great game of the year, but I could also see 50% of the people being like it was a good game, it just never didn't really have that hook.
Yeah. A lot more votes for Game of the Year than Just Okay Game of the Year. That's for
Right.
sure.
But also Just Okay Game of the Year I think is hard to come up with, so it was probably a lot more scattered.
Game of the Year is it's pretty big in Overwatch. The next highest I can't even pick out because it's that spread.
Really?
Yeah.
So Overwatch
Actually,
is dominated?
the next highest would probably be Fez.
Yeah, Fez for Game of the Year.
Not
What
even the
up?
same year.
Back in 2014 when that came out.
Yeah, there's 3 votes for Doom. There's about 6 votes for Fez.
Yes. Coming in strong. I like it, Fez crew.
Inside got picked up a few times. Titanfall 2, Dark Souls 3, the usual suspects. Witness is on there, which I thought would have been Nasty's Game of the Year. Yeah, that's it.
Wait, what do you think was going to be mine?
The Witness.
Oh.
Witness
had
forgot
me-
about that.
The Witness was my third one that I was talking about, but The Witness had me up until the fucking ending.
You knew
And
it
I
was coming.
pissed. No, I didn't. I didn't read anything.
Oh, maybe you didn't. I think I remember you bitching about that.
Yeah, I was so fucking pissed.
Do we do Listener of the Year?
Nah.
No?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
well,
yeah. Let's do Listener of the Year.
Well, I don't know. I think we should deliberate and maybe come back later. Because we're still pretty. It has to be unanimous for Listener of the Year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we won't do
we
that.
can talk about it. Oh, we should talk about the fact that we're doing our stream though, right?
Yeah, when though?
The 28th, I thought.
Are we doing it for sure the 28th?
For sure on the 28th. That's what I thought we came up with.
I'm good that weekend.
Okay, 28th and 29th. Well, we'd probably start at like 4 a.m. on the 28th.
Right.
We'll deliberate on when we're starting.
Why does it matter when we start?
Because I was gonna do a midnight and take the first shift.
Yeah, I'm
The
not doing
midnight
that
to
again.
4,
I'm not waking
5,
up for you
6.
again.
No, that's
That
what I'm saying. I'll kick it off on the midnight to 6 shift or midnight to 8 or whatever.
Why don't you just end it at the midnight to 4 shift?
Because it's a Saturday. I can't guarantee that that's gonna end well. Look at what happened last time.
Just don't drink. Just have some goddamn self-control.
What is that? Self-control.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not even going to give a listener of the week because this is a special episode, and we don't want to single anyone out. Right? Does that
Yeah,
sound
Sure.
fair?
Absolutely.
So thanks for listening, guys. Nasty, give some plugs
If you guys want to find us, and if you're still for some reason fucking here, go to justokgamers.com. You can find all the links to our social media in the top right corner. And you can also find a link to our Patreon if you would like to support the podcast. That's what the whole 24-hour stream is about. Patreon.com/justokgamers if you don't want to go to the website. Yeah. And come join us in Discord.
Yeah,
Come.
Don't be one of those white namers that's like,
well, they're gonna be.
how did
white
I
name.
get here? How did I get here?
Yeah,
Who
and
is
don't-
this? Where
Don't
am
mean
I?
that because I'm very quick to kick
insta
people.
kick.
I'm very
Insta
quick
kick.
these days because I'm getting tired of the white names.
You know what? I'm happy that it's happening because it's so fucking weird. It's so
it is
intrinsic.
weird and it's funny, but it's just starting to really get to me.
I feel special that we're fucked up and everything's broken.
So if you come in,
yeah.
just like make it clear that you listen. Say an inside joke about the podcast, or hey, I know what I'm doing here. Like, please, maybe the very first thing, if you log into Discord the first time, JustOKGamer or discord.gg/JustOKGamers, say, quote, I know exactly how I got here. Please, that would make my day.
Right. That would. Man, that
All
was a
right.
long fucking podcast.
Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, bitches.
Yeah, peace out. Talk to us. Leave one of those reviews.
Yeah.
Voicemails next week. I only have 5, so if you guys want to send voicemails next week, we can answer a few. Hopefully, we have a guest with our buddy Business coming on the podcast. So stay tuned, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.